If you're a fan of the Tennessee Titans, the Install Live Show with Greg Cosell of NFL Films coming up Saturday, May the 20th at the Hutton Hotel. Get your tickets right now at 1045thezone.com to hear the best breakdown of Will Levis.
Really, really excited and thankful for the opportunity.
And the rest of the Titans draft class.
Good afternoon from the Superbook.com sports desk. I'm Joe Hunk. If you are paying attention to what's happening next week, that would be the NFL Spring Owners Meetings. It was announced earlier today and late last night that Super Bowl 60, if the Tennessee Titans make their way to the Super Bowl in 2026, that it will be in San Francisco/Santa Clara at the home of the San Francisco 49ers. That is supposed to be confirmed next week. The Houston Texans have signed pass rusher Jacob Martin. If you know the name, it's because Jacob Martin played for the Texans from 2019 to 2021. And he was an 8-time first-team All-Pro member. He was a 1957 Rookie of the Year. He won 3 MVP awards, and he was an NFL champion. And just moments ago, we found out that legendary running back and Hall of Famer Jim Brown passed away at the age of 87. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once in your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three, Tom, 104.5 The Zone. What up, Nashville? Brett Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
I mean, it's okay.
She's back. Look at her. She's back.
That's bunk. That's bunk. Twitch, please. Twitch, please. Twitch, please.
Did your feet hit the ground this morning, Dawn Davenport?
Yes,
Beautiful
and I was
day.
worried the last 2 days that
Beautiful
maybe
day.
it wouldn't, so you are right.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes.
They wouldn't in the ground.
I was all ready to play your new intro and everything, and then you come in with the, I guess. So, bunk it is.
It's
All right.
bunkety bunk.
That's-
Hi,
So-
boys. Did
That's
you
an
miss me?
overcast attitude, Babsy.
Yes, of course.
Sorry.
We did kind of like a serious show yesterday. It was kind of
You
odd.
did? That seems to happen nowadays when I'm gone. It never used to.
No.
It's kind of flipped. Like, I think you're the instigator now,
Oh,
whereas I used to be
no.
the
You're
instigator.
the wild one, Babs.
Don't you put that on me.
Congrats, you're the problem.
Don't you put that on me.
I will say this: Greg Cosell came in here and sat in here from 5 until 6 o'clock, and he was fascinating.
I missed Cosell.
Yeah, he missed you too. He talked about a couple of things, and we'll play these sound bites for you because one of them has gone viral. He talked about Will Levis talking to a member of the Kentucky staff, and people knew about one injury. He said he had 2 injuries, one of which caused them to, well, before I get to that, one of which the doctors told him he should not play. And he said, I'm going to play with my guys. So I'm just going to be what I am, who I am, but I'm going out there with my guys. So he he couldn't make some of the throws, and he couldn't roll out certain ways and move around certain ways.
Was this the toe?
Yes.
Okay.
Or foot.
Right.
Because there were two things.
It was down there. Yeah.
Yeah. And so they had to change the offense and limit what they could do based on that injury, and that's not really out there. So it's funny, we watched it go viral. The A2ZSports.com guys did a piece on it, put the video out. Greg Cosell retweeted it, and within like 20 minutes, it went from 3,000 views to 20,000 views.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where it is now. But we'll play that bit of audio for you in case you missed that yesterday. It's really interesting stuff with regard to Will Levis. And then also he talked about Derrick Henry and how based on how they've drafted and based on what it looks like they're doing, this is the last year for Derrick Henry in Nashville.
Well, that's not really a surprise.
It's not a surprise, but like when a guy like that says it, it's a little bit different than like it's our opinion.
Than us opinionating.
Something you don't want to hear.
We just open talking.
Right. That's a good point.
And he said it's
no, but
nothing.
see, I like to think sometimes we're like kind of educated, right?
Yeah.
We're kind of
on the right
I mean,
path.
we have said that, yes.
Yeah.
But we're looking at more like, okay, life of a running back, direction of the team.
Right.
They draft Haskins last year and then spend a third-round pick on a guy that Cosell says is a primary back but not a feature back, meaning you don't run your offense through him, but he is part of a conglomerate backfield. And it looks like that's what they're trying to put together with the addition of Haskins last year and now Spears this year and move on from
quarterback.
Henry. And then that's the other piece, and we talked about that too. Regardless of what you think about Will Levis, they drafted the guy with the big arm that can push it down the field, and that shows you the direction they want to go.
Yep. Which, to me, you don't have a choice in this day and age in this league.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I look at it.
Right.
Like, I get it. I mean, you have to, obviously, defensively, you have to have defense to win games, right? But you got to score points nowadays. And that old school, just run the mess out of the ball, and that's it. That's gone away. Name another team that pounded the rock or rely on their running back like the Titans have the last couple of years.
Adrian Peterson.
Well,
Absolutely. Yep.
Well, I think that's partly why, if they were trying to shop Derrick Henry, they couldn't find a taker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You know what
nobody's
I
trying
mean?
to play like that.
Because who does that?
Nope.
Well, and nowadays it's almost running back by committee.
That's what I'm
which is
saying. And-
Crazy.
And
in the
Derrick Henry
NFL.
will get there in his career. Maybe it's one more year, and then he's there as like a combination backfield. Look, and Greg Cosell mentioned Ezekiel Elliott. Look at how he has fallen off.
Yeah.
Plummeted.
I mean, and that's the way it happens with running backs. I think Derrick Henry has another really good year in him, maybe more. I don't know. But when you look at where he is contractually, it's hard to justify spending that much money on a running back where it's obvious what they're doing. Now, in terms of wide receiver, you can't fix all of this at once. You know what I mean? Like, they were so far behind, and especially if you're changing the framework of the offense completely. Now, Mike Vrabel's kind of a pounded-out guy, but who knows? It looks like they're headed in that direction with the big flame-throwing quarterback, conglomerate backfield, and then I think you'll see the wide receiver pieces start to come maybe in this offseason, but definitely into next year.
I'm going to edit your comment. Mike Vrabel is do whatever it takes to win ball games.
Right, and a guy that just lost 7 games in a row.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't care how they do it.
No.
That's just the roster that he walked into, that they built, that they were able to have some success with. I don't think Mike Vrabel cares how they do it as long as they play tough and win games. Okay, he doesn't care if they run the ball or throw the ball. Just win freaking ball games.
You know who else just
That's
wants to
that guy.
win games? Ron Slay.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Hey, I'm in the building. 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 I'm in the building.
Slay retweeted a college basketball report, record versus ranked teams since 2020, college basketball teams in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go through that list. It's going to surprise you on a couple of levels.
That is interesting.
Couple of levels.
Interesting little
Little
list.
nugget.
Yep. Also, Lakers, man, down 2-0. They are a 5.5-point favorite in Game 3.
They done. They gone.
Here Here she comes.
Slay, what do you think? Come
Just tell me
on.
why they gone, though, Babs. This is what I need to know.
No, I just want to poke you.
It worked.
Instigator.
Yeah, it
That's
worked.
what we missed yesterday.
Yeah, it worked. I think it's a lot of series left to be played. I will say though,
Obviously, they have to win game 3.
yeah.
I mean,
Before diving all the way into it, I do think this is the first time, and I said it a little bit last year with LeBron getting hurt. First time I saw Father Time walking around
plus
by that bench.
he landed on AD's foot in the fourth quarter last night and sat on the other end of the floor holding his ankle for a minute and didn't look right after that. Now,
I think that's LeBron too, though.
you think
That's the
Drama.
yeah. That's what a whole league is. Like this stuff is.
I was gonna say it's not LeBron. It's
No,
the NBA.
it's ridiculous. And the referees
It's like
last
soccer
night
nowadays.
were horrific.
LeBron and AD 13 of 34 from the floor, 1 for 9 from 3. Now, the Lakers did lead 79-76 going into the fourth quarter. They were showing fight, and then Denver went on a 23-8 run, and Jamal Murray went nuts. 23 points in the fourth quarter for Murray, 37 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Jokic with 23, 17, and 12. And Jokic, I mean, with Murray going off, Jokic basically got to rest.
Yes, he did.
And he just turned into a facilitator.
Yep, and that's what he would do. That's what he would rather do than just
Friday.
it's Friday.
Day.
And instead of scoring all them points, that's exactly what he would like to do. He'd like to get everybody else involved. But Murray is an X factor. Him and Michael Porter Jr. They better do something to stop Jamal Murray. And I think opposite of what was going on in Golden State, they were able to put Schroeder on Curry to slow him down.
Mm-hmm.
Schroeder's not a matchup for Jamal Murray. You got to put somebody longer with more height and length on him to defend him because Schroeder, he's just looking right over him. And he's so small.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of built like Bryce Young. So
I like
just
him
body
as a player, though. Like,
Yeah.
you always kind of know where he is on the floor, which means you're active and all these things.
Yep.
You're right, though. Michael Porter Jr. is another guy that if you leave him alone, look out. Because that dude can flat out stroke it.
He an X factor. He the one that was a catalyst for them taking off to me yesterday because he don't get enough touches because of Murray, but it's neither here nor there.
How do you take in games? Like, do you just watch for fun, then do you go back and rewatch it with an analyst's eye, or is it all at the same time? I'm just curious because I know, like, football season, we'll like half watch Titans games on Sunday,
Then
and there's conversation and whatever with my husband and all that, and then I'll go back and rewatch. Like with a work eye.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yep.
I'm just curious on basketball what you do.
I do it in a similar way, but since I played, I don't really have to rewatch it unless we're going to do a deep dive
On
in
something
it.
specific,
Yeah, you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? I usually, while watching the game, can kind of analyze it. Football, I got to go back and watch it because I watch as a fan first and then watch as somebody need to analyze the game. So it's a little different with that.
And then it's easier to kind of cut certain parts where you want to see what the offense is doing, things like that. So.
Exactly. But I think it's going to be a fun
curious.
series. Yeah. I'm here for you, Babs. I'm here. Any
Just
questions
curious
you got?
with that analyst hat you wear on the hardwood.
It's a big hat.
Where was the line on that game last night? Because it finished at 5, which was right around, was it
5.5?
5.5?
Yeah.
Vegas is amazing.
You got it.
Vegas is
You
amazing.
got it by the hook.
I messed up I took the over though. I didn't hit the over.
Our Superbook sports bets come at the end of the show on Zone TV. You can watch live throughout the show and after the show for the Superbook bets on YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
And my Superbook bet last night was Cardinals plus 1.5 against the Dodgers. St. Louis won 16-8. Boom.
See,
Barely
good
hit.
job. Barely did. You know what? Can I give a shout out to our city?
Shout out.
And it's
Presented by Unk down the street.
presented by Unk and them down the street. This is I like this, and I really don't like this at the same time. So this is a disheartening
This is one
shout
sleigh
out.
pitted against another sleigh.
Yeah, it's like, man, the city has grown so much. We got so many people here, and I love it. Like I'm welcoming people with open arms. But
I know where you're going with this.
dog, we have concerts here with some nice artists. I mean, some real good artists coming here. Sold a lot of records, platinums, and everything. and we don't even know about it.
We don't know about it, and they sell out the venue.
Yeah,
how did that happen?
This is crazy.
Because it's people coming from out of town to come see them
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of times.
part of it.
I mean, but it's not even advertised.
Are
I
you
don't even see
talking
the
about
advertising.
today?
No. So last night, Waka Flocka Flame was here.
Which I didn't even know until you told me.
I didn't either until I looked on Instagram.
Wacko Flocka what?
I go hard in the plane.
I got it for you when we come
Thank
back.
you. Yeah, that's just a lot of
Waka
words.
Flocka
I
Flame.
literally play him on the
I told
section.
Slade,
he does.
this would have been a fun show to go to. And he's like, well, it'd be wild in there. I'm like, yeah, but that's the kind of show you stand at the back and just have a drink and watch everything.
And people watch.
Yeah.
They had the mosh pit. He was down in the crowd singing and everything. Like he put on a nice show.
This was at Broadway Bowl.
Broadway Bowl, yep.
Over by Greer. Over by
Greer Stadium. My sound stadium.
We started talking about Opryland the other day. All these old Nashville things popped into my head.
It's just like crazy. So I mean, like somebody let us know when these concerts going on, man.
Wacko.
You know 'em.
What?
Waka waka.
Well,
Why do you sound like a Muppet?
I know, like
That's
waka
what it-
waka
that's-
waka.
No,
That's what I
she's-
think.
She sounds like Pac-Man.
well, driving into downtown, it said Nissan Stadium parking lot's full.
Oh.
Is there something going on today?
See, yeah.
Yeah. That's why Cosell's in town. That's why the whole thing is happening today.
We're
What's
having to
today?
park
Tomorrow.
people at Nissan to go to the event
Is it
tomorrow
CMA
night
Fest?
for Greg Cosell.
No, it might as well be.
It's Billy Joel and Stevie Nicks at Nissan Stadium tonight.
Oh, that's tonight.
Yes.
See what I'm saying? Just the world.
Hey,
Nashville just keeps turning.
Cosell's going. I
Oh,
decided.
that's why Cosell's here.
I decided to buy a ticket, so I'm going.
Not for buck.
You're going?
Yeah.
Cosell's here for the concert. We just said, hey, while you're here, can we do something?
That's basically what
Do
happened.
the install. Since you'll be in town. Yeah, that's wild though, man. Like it's so much stuff going on in the city.
See, she didn't even know about a Nissan Stadium.
You feel what I'm saying?
concert.
Like that's amazing,
Yeah,
man.
but I'm not cool.
I mean,
Well, I don't know that Stevie Nicks and Billy Joel are cool
like
Well,
to
that's
most people.
Whoa,
Well, I
Billy
don't
Joel's
know who
always
Waka
cool.
Waka Flocka. God, that's a dangerous name.
yes, he was a dangerous guy.
All right, more 3HL when we come back. You'll hear from Greg Cosell about Will Levis stuff that you probably didn't know about and about Derrick Henry next on 104.5.
Go hard to paint.
You've got homework this weekend. I know what you need to get done. You need to get that vehicle. Maybe you've been thinking about it. Now is time. New or pre-owned Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram is going to be able to help you out. And whether you're looking for a car, truck, SUV, or Jeep, these are your guys. Daniel Gupton and the guys are ready to help you. There will be no pressure at all. They simply want to figure out with you what – are you okay, Pat? Did she fall down? Oh, my gosh. You can fall into a new car. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. They want you in the vehicle that's right for you. That's it. So you guys will have that conversation and come up with what that vehicle is. You'll take your test drive. You'll go inside. They'll help make the numbers work, and it'll be that easy. 24 West toward Clarksville to exit 35, 9 miles outside the city, that exit. And then straight shot, 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee, 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. And that's where you'll get that new vehicle. Car, truck, SUV, Jeep. They've got an amazing selection of Jeeps right now, and it is Jeep season for sure. So check them out. GuptonMotors.com is the website. All the dealership information is there. All of the inventory is there as well. Go see them this weekend. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
What's happening, people? Ron Slay here, man. Listen, the team at Brentwood Jewelry, and that's what I'm talking about. They know the quality. Yeah, they know what it costs, and they take that in consideration. Whether you're shopping for an engagement ring, a pearl necklace, luxury watch, you'll be happy to know Brentwood Jewelry's everyday price is the best price, and the quality of both their products and customer service. Always, this is a guarantee too. Top notch. Choose Brentwood Jewelry for all your celebrations, engagements, graduations. It's right there. Everybody's graduating. Like for the next 2 weeks, ain't nothing but graduations going on. So it's a time to celebrate. 2023 grads, they're here. So give them something nice. Celebrate them with a memorable piece from Brentwood Jewelry. From a premier timepiece to a custom ring. Does not matter. Necklace, earring, Brentwood Jewelry can help you find the perfect piece to excuse me. I always want to say commemorate, but commemorate this special time. That's not what I'm supposed to say. 7012 Church Street East, located in the heart of Brentwood, is just off Franklin Road. So slide on by there. Matter of fact, if you can't get by there, go to BrentwoodJewelry.com. Look at the website, see what you like. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for over 50 years.
3HL 1045 The Zone.
And a mistress.
Waka Flocka in concert yesterday. We didn't know.
Good Rich.
By the way, I just received a call from somebody that schedules all this stuff or helps schedules it. They will now keep you guys updated.
Yeah, we appreciate that. We appreciate
they have
that.
great shows in that venue, man.
Yep, it is one of our listeners, Ali.
Yeah, he's just in there
works-
too. He just texted me too. Yeah,
Hey, he's a
appreciate that,
Hillsborough.
Ballin' Ali.
He's a Hillsborough borough.
Yep.
Represent.
So you guys are going to be on the distribution list now, so you'll know every concert that's
Distribute us.
Distribute us.
Yeah,
What's that word for Brentwood Slay?
Commensurate. Yeah, I'm out here.
Did you know that song, Babsy?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I used to listen to that before
I like
every
it.
single game. When I'm talking about on a full sweat, whoa, boy, because I'm in the paint. That's what the boom boom room is, in the paint. So I'm going hard in the paint. You come down here, you better be ready to sweat.
Yeah, I was going to say that's right on
Oh
your
my
alley.
gosh, I was woo, woo.
There's a lot going on in the Boom Boom Room.
Yeah, on 10 in there.
You know, my favorite part of like going to games where you were playing for Tennessee was
What?
actually like pregame.
That's me. That's my time. That's the entertainment.
that was
That's
like
the
a
entertainment
show,
time.
man.
Yeah. So see, Babsy would have been a sideline reporter for that. Boy, Babs, I would have been messing with you and everything. Here, catch this. But you better have your hands ready. What's the older cat name? Larry. Is it
Bird.
Conley? No.
Larry Conley.
Is it Conley? Is his first
I
name
mean,
Larry?
he is one.
Is it, I think
Larry
it's-
Munson.
Darn, I forgot Larry's
Hudson
name, man.
Bird.
Larry Conley. I
Larry
think.
Leathers.
I used to mess with him all the time, boy. Him, Bob Kessler, all. If you coming in there, yeah, we gotta have a conversation. Because I need you to get my message out to the people that's watching.
What
the
about
game.
on the road,
I
like
would-
opposing fans?
Dominated the boom boom room.
Oh well, you better have them hands ready because that ball would have been flying at you. Tell you
I'd
that.
have caught it and drained it in your face.
I would have loved that. I would have came and gave you a big
Even if
chest
you'd
bump.
have shot it,
I would have
you'd
gave
have
her a big
loved it.
chest bump. Probably
Yeah.
took the headband off, gave it to her. Ain't no telling. Hey,
That's
I
like
was
crowning
wild.
someone.
Yeah, that's right. It's knighting them.
You are a reporter's dream.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I think you should go to practice one day and like wear the headband, and then after practice, when Derrick Henry's walking off the field, he's got his helmet in his hand. You just walk up to him and put the headband on his head.
No, see, then that's asking for when I'm stiff on.
But apparently you only have about 365 to do it, so you only got 1 year to do
Yeah,
it.
you know, we've all kind of talked about this, especially with regard to where the contract is, and where I think they told you a lot about the direction of this team under Brand Carthon based on how they drafted. By taking another running back in the third round on top of where, you know, they drafted Haskins last year, and now they're kind of putting together a conglomerate backfield that will take over when Derrick Henry moves on.
Mm-hmm.
And last year of his deal, all those things, and then they draft the flame-throwing quarterback. You know, you can think what you want about Will Levis, but what they think is what matters. And so, like, just in terms of viewing what they're doing, I think, you know, the combination of the running back thing, but then also the flame-throwing quarterback that pushes the ball down the field and throws into tight windows, like, tells you what they want to do offensively moving forward. So Greg Cosell addressed that, the running back position, and more specifically Derrick Henry, and saying this will be his last year in Nashville.
To me, and again, it's not as if I have a direct line to Rand Carthon or anybody in the organization, but this will be the last year for Derrick Henry in Tennessee. And he's been unbelievable, no question about it. I mean, clearly phenomenal back, but he's not going to get re-signed given his age and the wear and tear. And, you know, Spears is a different kind of back. And my sense is that's the direction they kind of want to move anyway, that they want a primary back as opposed to a foundation back. And by that I mean
So multiple
they
guys.
don't want the offense to have to run through the back. If a given game dictates that, fine. Some games might dictate that, but they don't want it to be the way they have to play in order to have a good offense.
You know what?
What?
So I got a question on the heels of that.
All right.
What do you think the market is for a guy like Derrick Henry coming off of next year? Coming off of next year, if he gets 3/4 of the workload that he's used to getting.
I think it's pretty obvious. I think after this season, Derrick Henry is a part of a team backfield.
Okay.
Don't you think?
Yeah. No,
And that's not a slight to him. That's just the direction of the game, right? And
he's older.
And the direction of his career, yeah.
And I asked that, and on the heels of that, Euro, when you draft a guy like Tajay Spears, I've been talking to a couple of my reps, and they've kind of got me on board with this. If you draft a guy like Tajay.
It's
Tajay.
Tyj.
Yeah, Tajay.
I haven't heard him say it.
I'm a little country, so that you kind of come out as a Y sometime. But Tajay Spears. So
same here.
You get a guy like that, he's not a compliment in a sense to a guy like Derrick Henry. He's a 3-down back.
Right. He's a versatile.
Yeah. So could you
can use him in numerous ways.
Right. So if the market is not great for King Henry in the Titans show that they got an O-line coming together. These wide receivers, tight ends, the offense takes a step forward. Would it be a stretch to think that he would re-sign with the Titans for a shorter stint of a contract? Maybe less. Well, of course, it got to be less of money.
And cut his carries.
And cut his carries and let Tajay kind of have the show?
Would you do that as an athlete? As an elite,
because he'll
bad A athlete like Derrick Henry, would you do that? Because I wouldn't.
Let's say this though, on the front end of your answer there, he will have opportunities to go be a piece of a backfield, but the primary piece. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that would be hard to turn down, I think, as an athlete that wants to extend your career and all those things, as opposed to going ahead and willingly taking a step back.
I think it's just something to him staying with one franchise throughout the career. I could be wrong, but
no, I totally see what you're saying.
He go get 1,500 yards rushing next year.
Yeah,
and Derrick Henry is also a different.
I can see that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So don't confuse this conversation with anything as to what we think Derrick Henry will be next year. It has nothing to do with that.
Yeah. No, I'm just asking.
I thought he was pretty damn good with an offensive line that
patchwork
never
garbage.
gave him any kind of space. I mean, he was hit at the line or behind the line every single carry. That offensive line was
when he
awful,
wasn't,
and he still got yards.
Right, and when he wasn't hit behind the line or at the line, he was thinking that he would be. So then that causes hesitation.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Or makes you look.
So I say that to say you're not going to let a guy like Tajay Spears sit on the shelf.
Can I say my other concern about that though?
Okay.
How many times Derrick Henry's a different cat, man.
Without question.
How many times have we had the conversation with Derrick himself that he is better and he gets going when he's at 20 carries?
Yep.
So remember, he's a completely different back when you're asking him for 10 to 15 carries. He's a completely different back because the other part of Derrick Henry that makes him so great is that as a game wears on, those defenders are like, oh, man, I don't want to tackle that guy again. And then come fourth quarter, that's when you see him break a lot of those runs.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Because it's just that brutal beating of Derrick Henry into you, like the kind of back physical bruising. I don't want to take that guy down again.
And it's got to be people in
okay.
front of him.
That's an interesting point you make then. So
is he as good if he's not that?
Right. So if he is a part of a team backfield, then, he's not going to get 20 carries.
Right.
And so then how effective is he? I think that's a valid question. And so if that's true, then does that mean his career is closer to the end than we might think it is?
Because he would have
Unless
to go
he can
to
adjust.
He would have to go to a team okay, so you asked me, would you want to do that if you were being the primary piece all the time at the running back spot? And if I say no, then that means
there's
leaving,
Hall of Fame conversations about you and your game.
Already. So in order to try to get to that level, if you were to go to another team, I don't think you're going to be. Can we name a team that would be a Super Bowl contender that we think in the next 2 and 3 years? And listen, it keeps rotating, but that's going to be like, hey, man, we're going to put the ball in your hands and let you run from it. Let you run for it. The people that are contenders have gunslinging quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying?
And team backfields.
And team backfields. So
Philly, San Francisco.
Do you go to a under
Kansas City.
below average team to go get those yards to beat a Hall of Famer? If you're used to being the guy?
I think right. So from a team perspective, I think what you'll see is they'll put their dollars elsewhere. Instead of putting this much money into a one running back, I think they're trying to set themselves up to be able to spread that money around moving forward at the wide receiver position, the tight end position, multiplicity with backs.
I mean, because
He's $12 million. He's making $12
Okay,
million.
that was going to be my next question. What is he worth? $12 million. So that would drastically have to drop. I think it is.
I think we looked
10.
it up.
I thought it was 10.
Okay, maybe it's 10.5 or 12. I can't remember.
I could be thinking of the cap hit.
Regardless.
Could you get him to 8?
Maybe 12 is the cap.
Could you get him to 7 or 8?
I mean, maybe 10 is the cap. Like with
no,
that.
If I'm Derrick Henry.
Oh, I'm not doing as a player.
I'll bet on
No.
myself.
Okay.
I'll play this year out at this rate. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't saying
I'd be
do it
like,
for this
hey,
year.
I love you.
Yeah.
But I want you to go ahead and read between these lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not doing that.
Yearly.
If I'm a player, I'm never taking
I'm
less,
with you.
Okay,
less money.
cash is 12.75.
Your career is so short at that position.
Yeah.
I'm not taking less than anything.
His yearly cash is 10.5 million.
Okay.
His dead cap, if they cut him, is 10.1.
Okay.
His cap hit under this deal right now is 16.36 million.
Holy, that hurt.
Moly.
Oh.
So the only place you could see him going is somewhere like New England. I think Belichick would be fine with running the ball.
Just jacked up on that one.
If you had Mac Jones, you would be too.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So it would have to be a team that is below average to me, right at average or below average. Because they're not going to come in here and
That's what the Titans are.
Yeah, but
bingo. So the next step, you got to get over the hump. You got to change.
See, isn't Derrick Henry, though, that guy, if you're another team that you bring in to get over the hump?
Is he going to be willing to do that?
I don't know.
Because
These are all
regardless
great
where you
questions.
go for championships.
Listen, there are so many fascinating elements to this team.
And to
where
this
we
guy,
are.
because we don't see this guy no more.
This guy, Ryan Tannehill, Will Levis, the direction of the team, wide receivers. Like, this is an amazing place where they are. Just fascinating.
Yeah.
Okay.
615-737-1045. Lance and Brentwood first up today. Lance, what's up?
Brentwood, I'm Gal.
It's my bad.
This is
It's my
Lance.
bad.
That's a Joe Hunt.
That's Hunk's fault. It's
That's
all
all
right.
right. I met Slay at Kayla's event down there right before the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the former NFL referee. I made the famous call at Seattle Green Bay Monday Night Football.
Yes, sir. How you doing, brother?
Welcome on.
Yeah, I used to do Fox Sports Radio, College Game Day. I was like the Mike Pereira of radio.
Love it.
Nice.
And,
Good.
just
So
thought I'd
you
give
know
you guys
all
some-
about how the league has changed then.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Well, they took it to New York after my call because it was decided to replay. Back then, the referees on the field used to make the decision, but now it all goes to New York. So they go over and look at things. They're just getting commands from New York, and then they got to get the timing right, things like that, clean up a couple things.
Yeah. Interesting.
So interesting stuff. I listen to you guys all the time, hear all the football talk, and I was there. I've been down there. I coached college football for 8 years, so I got a lot of experience on it, seeing what these guys do and what they can do. And one thing I learned real quick: quarterbacks better not be running in the league because, man, those guys are fast. Those big guys.
Yeah. And they hit hard. Yeah. Ain't
Yeah.
no doubt.
Oh, I saw RG3 get taken out, and I'm going like, man, he better.
Yeah, you got to stop
Shooting
running.
his career is
We lost
Yep.
Lance.
done.
I wanted to
Yeah.
ask him about like the speed of the game from that position
Totally.
as an official.
I can't even. So ESPN
And the
does that.
collisions and the violence and
All of it. I mean, because it's different when you're standing on the sideline. You
Yeah.
guys know when you're standing on the sideline.
sideline way different than stands.
Way different.
But like an official on the field with the stuff happening right in front of you, where
Even
you got to worry
different
about
than
your life
sideline.
too.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Especially at that NFL level when those guys are so big
Yep.
and the speed of the game is even faster than the collegiate level and it's
Mm-hmm.
collisions. I wanted to ask him about like why he thinks that transition has happened in the league, because he's
Mm-hmm.
right there. Like,
Yep.
I mean, part of it is that the quarterback is protected so much more now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't want your $1 million quarterback running and making plays with his legs because you're so invested in that position and that player for your postseason hopes, for your franchise, for your future. He mentioned RG3. Look, his career was done, injured, done. And I thought he was a quarterback that could have lasted in the league if he stayed healthy, right?
Yep.
So you're investing so much in that position, and it's so hard to find a successful one to where that's your franchise guy, that the last thing you want is for them to run. So I don't know. That's part of the, I think, transition in the league to what Mayer was talking about, big arm, throw the ball.
I think they told you a lot
Less of a
with this draft.
run game. Yep.
Got that complimentary piece at tight end too.
Right.
That lets them go 12 personnel, which is what Greg Cosell was talking about.
Yep. And we have to point out too, like you can't be successful as an offense if you don't run the football. Period.
Yep.
Like that is football 101.
Right, and that's what he said.
You have to be able to run the football.
He said you just do it in a different way.
It's a different mentality.
615-737-1045 at 3HL1045. Greg Cosell talking about Will Levis and way more detail than any of us have heard about what was going on last year at Kentucky. Next on 1045 The Zone.
What up, people? Ron Slay here, man. Listen, you spend valuable time thinking about which best to place each week. Well, some of us do each day. And if you want to rock with me, you can do that. You got to go download Superbook Sports app or visit superbook.com to wager and win today. Stay in tune with what's going on 3HL because at the end of the show, you get the parlay. And I know, the parlay didn't hit. I know it just once. Just hit once this week, man. I'm going to get it back, man. I'm telling you, you just got to trust in me and believe in me. We going to get this money, y'all. But in order to do that, you got to roll with Superbook, man. The most trusted name in Vegas, and it's live right here in Tennessee. So dive into it. They got a team of dedicated odds makers behind the counter in Las Vegas setting all the prices. And we're talking about the guys with decades of experience. So you can depend on them. And they're getting that line pretty much right. Overs, unders, everything, man. Prop it, parlay it, do whatever you want to do. But visit superbook.com for terms and conditions. Gambling problem, call 1-800-889-9789. Book it.
Diggett Turf and Landscape Supply. You need to know about these guys because you're messing around in your yard, and you don't need to be messing around your yard without knowing what you need to be doing in your yard. And my guys at Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply can help you out. DickensSupply.com is the website. Trey Hartsook here with more. Trey, what's up?
Hey, bro, what's going on, man? Yeah, we don't want people out in the yard not know what's going on, right? And like you said, that's why we're here to help. I'll tell you, I don't know much, but I'll tell you what I do know, and that is we need to be looking out right now, especially it's almost fungus season in our cool season turf. We really need to make sure that we put that fungicide application down because it never fails. Every year, this time and a little later on, people come in and say, hey, I had a really nice lawn. It looked great. Now I got big brown patches all over the place. I don't know what to do. And so what's happened is they've got a fungus called brown patch, and we need to get that taken care of. And at Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply, don't let that be you. Get it taken care of. Be preventative. That's a big thing about turf maintenance. We want to make sure that we are preventative, not reactive. So stop in and see us on that. Any and all turf questions, be more than happy to help you out. Also, Brent, that it's getting hot outside. Let's make sure that we can get a machine that we can count on. Look no further than Toro, some of the best machines in the industry available here at Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply. And it doesn't just end with Toro. We have a lot of other great brands, whether it's Walker, Wright Standard, Ferris, Spartan. Great machines that can get the job done for you. So you don't have to work hard, right? I mean, sometimes with the homeowner line especially, we want to make sure that you're getting in, getting that grass cut, getting done, getting it put up for the weekend so you can enjoy time with the boys. Stop in to see us. Conveniently located at Mill, Tennessee. Got locations in Nashville, Cool Springs, Hendersonville, Murfreesboro, Bellevue, Brewer Lumber, Mount Juliet, and Franklin. If you can't get a hold of us, check us online, DickensSupply.com.
3HL 1045, The Zone. Rest in peace, Jim Brown.
And the great Jim Brown.
6'2", 232 pounds, running around in the 50s and 60s.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, think about that. That's as big as like defensive linemen and stuff.
Yeah.
Back then.
That's serious. Running the ball. That's crazy.
So
87 years old.
yeah, 12,312 yards, 106 touchdowns in 118 games. He played in 118 games. He started 118 games. But he had seasons of 1527, 1329, 1257, 1408, 1863, 1446. Remember, these are 12 and 14 game seasons. 1544 in his last year. He retired off of 1,544 yards and 17 touchdowns.
How many games that season?
14.
Sheesh.
So he averaged 5.2 yards per carry.
Monster.
But that 1963 season was 1,863 yards, 12 touchdowns, averaged 6.4 yards per carry, 133 per game.
Rough, man.
So for his career, he averaged 104.3 yards per game. Also caught the ball out of the backfield, too. 262 receptions, 2,499 yards, and 20 touchdowns receiving, too. Beast.
Dang.
Rest in peace.
Impact just as great off the field, too.
Yep. So lots been said about Will Levis and going back to 2 years ago and how that tape looked like, as Cosell told us in that offseason, if he had another year like that, he could be the first pick in the draft. To last year where he did not play as well, lost to Vandy. Did you hit your head on your mic?
I did, sorry.
Got smoked by Tennessee, all these things.
Another concussion.
Right.
Another concussion. Yeah, you're already in protocol still.
I know, I'm still there.
Calm down, Tua.
Jeez. Monk.
What happened? He came back. He got another
true.
concussion. He
You're
was
right.
out.
Her headphones
back too
are
early.
Her headphones are big. She looks like Princess Leia.
Damn big.
I tried to get Cosell to wear those yesterday. He didn't do it.
Everything's bigger in Tennessee.
I thought that was Texas.
Like it
It
best.
is Texas. We just changed
With a
it.
real
Yeah, don't mess with Tennessee. But here is what Greg Cosell said about Will Levis, and listen closely because this is information that hasn't really been out there, and kind of tells the story, I think, of what Will Levis was, what he then was, and what he may be.
The thing about Levis, and a lot of people don't know this, I had the opportunity to speak to someone who knows because he was on the staff. Levis got hurt early in the season and, in fact, was told by the doctors that he probably shouldn't even be playing. And Levis said, no, that ain't happening. I'm playing football. And they had to change their entire offense. Everything they did through the month of August, through the first 2-3 weeks, they had to scrap a lot of that because he just physically couldn't do it. So, therefore, he did not look anywhere near as good this year as he did in 2021 when he looked very, very good. I remember last summer watching his tape from 2021 and saying to myself, if he had a good year, he could be the first pick in the draft.
You told us that on the show.
Yeah.
Yep.
And in fact, I was told by this particular coach that when the NFL came in the month of August, the scouts make their rounds in the month of August and watch practice. That's the way that's what scouts do. The scouts came away from watching Levis in the month of August in training camp for Kentucky saying, this guy's phenomenal. But then he got hurt, 2 injuries, not just one.
Yeah.
And like I said, the doctor said it wasn't life-threatening or anything, so it wasn't like he couldn't play, but they said he really shouldn't be out there. And, Levis, because he's that kind of guy, said, no, I'll be out there. And it was a struggle for him. There's no question this year's tape was a struggle.
How about that? Doctors told him he should not play, and he said, no, I'm going to be out there with my guys. It'll sacrifice what I show on tape, but
Well, it could have sacrificed his career, too.
Yeah.
Like, clearly, that's one that you're going to have to protect from himself.
Right. So if he
moving forward. And I know that that's crazy that that's what I take from that, but
I do too.
But I worry about that, yeah.
Let's think about this, though. Had he taken that advice and not played last year, he'd have been a first-round pick. Based on the previous year's tape, he would have been a first-round
That's
pick.
what I was going to say. Would he have been even if he didn't play? Yeah.
Because then you go off what
potential.
you saw.
And
then
the last tape.
this quarterback group wasn't great.
Yeah.
And it's a cop-out. I mean, not a cop-out. It's a real excuse. I'm hurt.
Yeah. But he has that arm, though. Like, he had the best arm in the draft. And so had he not played and not put that on film, then you go by 2 years ago film and you go by what Greg Cosell, who's the best film evaluator in football, saying he's the best quarterback, best player. He said number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you sighing like that?
Because I'm thinking like
He's having a hard time coming around on 11.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen guys play like, and if you got it, you got it.
Got to better flaunt it.
I mean, even with nursing an injury throughout a season, like I don't remember one part of the season last year when I watched them play and said, "Ooh, that's it right there."
No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
But have you not had an injury that you played through that completely changed you? I know you did. And you know what? It was your NBA tryout and it was your back.
Yeah, but I was literally like, can't move.
I mean, but maybe it was to that extent for him. Like he literally could not roll out and move his feet. Maybe it was similar. Look at me just sticking up for
that's pretty good.
But that is a comparison because you played through it. You didn't sit your butt on the bench because you had to. Now you probably wish you would have.
Yeah, ain't no question. No question I should have.
Well, listen, and guess what? On day one of that draft, I guarantee you Will Levis was thinking the same thing. Damn, I shouldn't have played.
And Trippin' Titans mentions Levis threw a lot of interceptions in 2021 as well. All I can do is go by what the experts say and what people like Greg Cosell saying. Greg Cosell said
he did.
Based on 2021 film, he could have been the number one pick.
Yeah, he did. But that was my problem with him, watching him in 2021. I thought he put the ball in danger too often. I know we've had this conversation over and over, but that was a part of my issue with his game. I thought that he made poor decisions sometime in putting the ball in danger. Will that change in the NFL because those windows are tighter?
Is it easier to dial it back than push it forward? Because our problem with Mariota, and I know from people in the building, was they kept saying he needs to let it rip because he wouldn't do it. He would dump it off or run. Levis is the opposite problem. He will try to force it in there. He lets it rip. Now, I mean, if you want that guy, that's what you got. Now, can you teach him if it's not there, dump it off? And kind of dial it back that way, which is easier? I don't know.
Babsy made a good point with
dial
that.
It back.
And this is the only thing I'll push back on that, Babsy. Chicago was a once in a lifetime chance. Right. If that would have happened in the season, I would have shut it down. If it was a back. Now, I've played through ankles, shin splints, torn meniscus.
What was this injury of his? I know we have a toe thing.
Another. See, that's the thing.
I don't know if there was another, including ankle or whatever. I just know it was the bottom part of his body.
Cosell said there were 2 injuries.
Right. I think the toe is is out there, right? The toe, the needing surgery. All of that. That's out there.
Let's keep this going when we come back. 4 o'clock hour next. We have no guests today, so this is wide open for you on a Trash Talk Friday. 615-737-1045. We've opened up some topics for you. Is this Derrick Henry's last year in Nashville? If so, how do you feel about that? Also, now that we're hearing a little bit more about what Levis was going through last year, does that offer you more hope in terms of what he is as a quarterback moving forward in the NFL? 3HL presented by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, springhillac.com. The Zone TV chat brought to you by the great people at F&M Bank. 615-737-1045. Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits, go ahead and get stocked up for the weekend. Just pull on in to Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits. You can get in and get out real quickly, or you could go in and get some advice. Jason and his crew are there ready to help you maybe expand your palate in the bourbon aisle or tequila or craft beer or wine. Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits. They've also got cigars for you. It's going to be a great weekend. Sunday, the weather is going to be phenomenal, so that might be a good day for you to grab some margarita mix, get some tequila, get a cigar, and sit outside. Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits, MarylandFarmsWS.com, 101 Creekside Crossing in Brentwood in the Public Shopping Center, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., delivery through Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits app. So go ahead and download the Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits app where you get your apps. They have curbside pickup as well. Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits, locally owned, serving Brentwood for more than 17 years. Every Wednesday, keep this in mind, is Senior Day, so you can go in for special discounts. Every day, they honor the military discount. They have case discounts every day, too. Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits, 101 Creekside Crossing in Brentwood by the Publix, MarylandFarmsWS.com.
Good afternoon from the Superbook.com sports desk. I'm Joe Hunk. A couple of hours ago, we found out that the great Jim Brown has passed away at the age of 87. He was a 5-time NFL rushing touchdowns leader. He made 9 different Pro Bowls. He was an 8-time All-Pro first-team member, Rookie of the Year, 3-time MVP, Hall of Famer, numbers retired. Basically, just go ahead and put the GOAT name beside him. Now, today, Tennessee and South Carolina were scheduled to play a doubleheader, 2 9-inning ball games. First was supposed to be at 2. That has now been moved to tomorrow, tonight, 6 p.m., Tennessee, South Carolina, 1 game, and you'll be able to hear it all right here on 104.5 The Zone. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone, rolling through a Trash Talk Friday edition of 3HL. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you had a great week. Hope you're going to have a great weekend. Presented by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, SpringHillAC.com. Y'all, they're hiring.
Y'all.
SpringHillAC.com/careers.
But get over there. Help with some HVACs.
They treat you good.
They do treat you good.
We had dinner with how should I say it?
Spring Hill family.
The family?
Yeah, but like
It's like the whole family.
Board of Governors or something. You know what I mean? Like like when Han Solo went to meet with Darth Vader and his crew and The Empire Strikes Back.
So who's Darth Vader in this scenario?
No, a little bit like that, but different. We went to dinner and they were all at the table just like that, but they're such nice people, man.
Mm-hmm.
You would have a great time working for them. And here's the other thing, like you would feel at ease within yourself. Some of y'all I know, because we've all been there, have jobs where you just hate it and you just feel ill at ease at all times. Maybe you need to branch out. Maybe you need to look for something new. And SpringHillAC.com/careers.
Everything. 401k and everything. Mm-hmm.
By the way, you okay over there?
I'm good.
Oh, look at that.
Her ear, when she wears like big designer earring type things,
They hurt.
they hurt. They get involved in her headphones. So she keeps having to move the headphones around.
I know. I'm going to take them off, actually. So
You know why they hurt? Look at that water over there. It is.
No, nobody asked.
That pond is kind of full.
Nobody asked you to analyze what's going on over here in
You said I had my
Davenport's chair.
You said I had my analyst hat on.
Well, you can take your analyst hat and shove it.
Man, it's really getting kind of scary how me and Babs kind of number one finish each other's
I wasn't going to say
sentence.
shove it. I was going to be way nicer.
Oh, okay.
It's you.
It's you. You're the problem.
I'm the
You're
problem.
the problem. The mayor's the problem.
I see you went to Starbucks. Did you have any conflicts?
No conflicts. We're good.
All right, good.
I got a massive tea so that I could my throat could get through this.
Did you get the medicine ball?
No, I didn't. I thought of you, Hunk.
The medicine ball is something, man.
It works. It works.
I
It
know.
tastes horrible, but man, it works.
That's what I thought. I thought about Hunk like almost vomiting when he was drinking that at the Super Bowl. Remember when all our listeners said he sounded like he was swallowing glass or he has swallowed glass? So I thought of you and I was like, I'm not kidding.
I don't think it tastes bad though, huh?
But here's the thing: like, if it tastes bad, then you vomit into it, then you drink it again.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
it doesn't matter.
What are we doing?
Whoa. No, see, Don, you missed something because before the show, I was talking about something involving vomit, and Brent's the one that goes, "Okay, Hunk, you could stop now."
Yeah, well,
and he does it on the air.
Yeah, so, some things are done for performance value.
Such a hypocrite.
I am.
All I was doing was
put the hip in
mentioning
hypocrite.
projectile vomit, and Brent almost barfs himself.
I haven't heard the word barf in a while.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Wasn't a character in Spaceballs named Barf?
Yeah. It was
The
the
John Candy?
dog. Yeah.
John Candy.
John Candy. Yep.
R.I.P.
One of my favorite parts of that movie is when he's like seatbelt in and they're getting out of the spaceship and he tries to get out, but the seatbelt's still on, and he's like, well, that's going to leave a mark.
Ooh, that's going to leave a mark.
She is Dawn Davenport.
Hi.
She'll leave a mark if you let her.
That's right.
104.5 The
It's
Zone
serious.
AI. On the T-Dot Smartway map,
It
there
is
appears to be a
serious.
meteor approaching downtown Nashville. No, wait. Scratch that. No need to check for weather alerts. This appears to be a Babs NATO. She's coming in hot. Entering the studio in 3, 2, 1. on Davenport.
There she is,
Happy
ladies and
Friday,
gentlemen.
people.
The Angry Chihuahua is back.
Back, baby. I missed you guys.
I'll bet you did.
I really did miss you.
We missed you, Babs.
That's the angry Chihuahua.
Oh, I'm like, what?
If Don were a wrestler.
I got a dog in there.
I do.
I did. I missed you guys. I'm glad to be back. You guys had some good stuff while I was gone with Cosell.
Mm-hmm.
We were way too serious, though, man.
Good conversations.
I don't know. I felt we were like a leather-bound book in a room with like a bunch of pipe smoke.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah,
And now I
picture that one.
think we're just like
It's a solid visual.
No.
something you pull up on the internet while you're riding around in an Uber at 100 miles an hour.
Oh, that's. Are you watching what you pull up while going 100 miles per hour?
Or you're riding in an Uber.
Oh,
That's
you're
what-
riding,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That's still not
don't
fun.
drive and ride.
Yeah, that.
Don't drive and ride.
Right. Yeah, please don't. Or please do.
Don't drive and watch.
Yeah, exactly. But you can watch YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
And you'll see. So my
Twitch,
my
please.
last Twitch, please. Oh my gosh, come on, Davenport.
What are you doing?
Get on it. No, but my last memory, sorry, of the show before I missed 2 days because I get every daycare germ there is. Clearly, you can hear it. My last memory was of Slay holding up his laptop and looking at Martha. Dang, Martha.
Martha.
And he's Ron Slay.
Yeah, I'm in the building. I'm in the DMs.
Hey, I'm in the building. Best believe I'm in the building. Better be ready.
I'm in the building.
I ain't got no rules. Time for the show.
So my mom is in town. Buff
Buff.
is in town. Bab Senior. Bab Senior's in town, and which remind me, in the 5 o'clock hour, she'll be listening to tell her happy birthday because it's her birthday.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Happy birthday.
I told her about Martha Stewart being on the cover of Sports Illustrated. She didn't know. She goes.
What did she say?
And just to let you know, my mom is turning 76.
Mm-hmm.
She'll kill me if she knew I'd said her birthday out loud. But she's turning 76. And I was like, did you see Martha Stewart on the cover of Sports Illustrated? I'm like, Buff, you could be on the cover of a magazine, right? Like, she's in great shape. She plays tennis 5 days a week, all that. She was like, well, who wants to see Martha Stewart on the cover of Sports Illustrated? I'm like, Ron Slay does.
Oh, yes. Martha wasn't careful.
Ron Slay does.
We were talking to Chris Moore yesterday, and part of the Boom Boom Room, Slay was like, if you were on a deserted island, and I was like, wait, I thought you wanted to be on an island with Martha Stewart. And he said, yeah, that's at nighttime. That's after hours.
Man.
Oh, gosh.
You know, we got a locker in there. We got lockers.
Uh-huh.
And you know what?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. To make it all official, I'm going to go get that SI.
And pin it up in your
And I'm
locker.
going to put it in my locker in there.
Nice.
Martha will be right there on the locker. Did y'all used to hang pictures in your locker?
Yeah.
What was a picture you had in your locker?
I had
Give me 2 pictures.
I had Michael Jordan in mine.
Okay.
And then I had pictures of like me and my friends.
What?
What?
That's boring. What'd you have in yours?
I didn't have
Boring.
I never went to my locker. I just had everything in my backpack.
What kind of kid were you?
What kind of middle school world
I
was that?
I guess I kept my books in there, but I didn't keep anything else in there.
Dog, you got to put pictures in your locker.
It was utilitarian. I didn't want to spend a lot of time in my locker. Just get in, get out.
That was the hangout spot. The lockers?
No, other people's lockers.
No, we had the livest section, man. I was on Front Street in my
What
locker.
were your pictures?
My bad. Yeah. Mine was Little Kim from her album
The
cover,
one where
Hardcore.
she's sitting with her legs open.
That's my girl.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Hardcore cover.
Okay, so one of the
was-
Titans players back in the day, and I forget who it was, or I would say it had that in his locker.
That was a cold picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had that, and what was my other one? Think a newspaper article or something. Pinned up.
Slay goes to Oak Hill.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, man. So
It was probably Jim White
No,
article.
it's not boring. You didn't even have no guys that you were
Listen,
like.
That was probably
Yeah, I
crushing
had
on
Michael Jordan.
You were crushing on Mike.
Hell yeah.
You were Duke.
It doesn't matter. Michael Jordan transcends all.
Oh, I would have ripped that down out your locker if I was a Duke fan. Get this out of there.
The newspaper article, seriously, coming full circle, was probably written by Jim Wyatt.
It was.
Yeah.
Jim came up and spent time with me at OVO.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
What y'all have in y'all locker?
No. We've got two interesting topics, I think. Derrick Henry. Is Derrick Henry in his last year in Nashville? Have y'all come to the realization of that? And how do you feel about that? Also, based on what Greg Cosell said, multiple injuries for Will Levis. Doctors told him not to play. He said, no, I'm playing with my guys. They had to change the offense based on his lack of mobility and lack of being able to do certain things. Does that change what you think about him moving forward? 615-737-1045 at 3HL1045. Let's check in with Reese and Laura up there in South Central Kentucky. What are y'all doing? Y'all drinking beer on a Friday?
Oh, you already know it. Come on, what a good tease.
Oh, yeah, there go my boy.
There's my boy.
What's up?
Play, I'm grounded. I ain't screwed up.
No, you still good, Laura. How y'all doing up there? What up, Reese?
Hey, Big Slay.
What up,
I
baby?
got through the screening process with a Derrick Henry nonsense thing. So you want sports or non-sports, Big Slay?
Give me on Get Fried Fridays. Give me non-sports.
What?
I didn't want to get. I was sitting here for 30 minutes trying to find something sports related, and nobody cares. It's non-NFL season. But so what I got for you, number one, it's not an 18-pack night tonight. I bought 2 30-packs, 2 30-packs, one for me and one for her, and we're gonna see how many we can get through. Number 2,
how deep are
please
you?
pray for Laura. All right, Ron Slay, can you please pray for Laura? Please.
I'm praying
please
right now.
say a prayer. Because on commercial breaks, I am making her suffer through. As you know, we live in Bowling Green, Kentucky. I am a huge, not just UT fan, but I love my Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. And we are suffering through Western Kentucky baseball game on the radio. And every commercial break, I'm making her suffer through it against Dallas Baptist. And it's painful.
Wait, Dallas Baptist is ranked 15th in the
really
country.
Good. Yeah.
14th. And we beat yesterday. We're getting beat today. Lightning delay. And I'm still checking back on commercials through a lightning delay. I am making her suffer, right?
You definitely making her suffer, man. Laura, I'm praying for you, Laura.
Yeah, but
Get off those commercial breaks, dog.
Wait. That's what the 30 beers are for.
That's right.
Exactly. Well, I done got through 17 of them. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm off work tomorrow.
I told you.
I got through
They're already
17
deep.
of them. I got off work at noon. I've got through 17 of them. It's wonderful. We're having a good time. And instead of 18 wings, we got 36 wings.
Woo!
2 18-pack of wings. We are ready to go.
That's a Friday right there, baby.
Friday.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. But we do need some Tennessee baseball talk. All this Derrick Henry, Tannehill, Cut Willis, all that talk. I'm sure there's been some Peloton talk I missed yesterday.
Nope, didn't hit the Peloton today. Took the day off.
Good news, Bears. Good news, Bears. I went to the gym yesterday because I felt bad after the other day with y'all beating me by 3 minutes on the mile. And I got my mile down. Now, my cell phone did fly out of my pocket and hit the wall and broke. But I got my mile down from 10:37 to 9:41.
That's
so
rolling.
Good.
That's almost a full minute.
End of the mile, I was at like 9.8 miles an hour, breathing like a lab that hadn't had water in July for 2 months. It was horrible. Oh, Lord. But I absolutely made it. It was wonderful.
That was what I'm talking about.
We're gonna do a little bit of nonsense sports talk here because this is a sports show, and I guess that's important and nonsense. But Derrick Henry, let's extend him 2 years. We all know the second year is a dummy contract. Let's take his salary out, get it off the cap hit, give him a signing bonus. I don't know, 15, 17 million. Knock his salary cap down from 10.5 to like 3. And let's go out and get some kind of receiver that will actually help us win and keep Vrabel's job, like DeAndre Hopkins or somebody, because we ain't going to win without a receiver. I mean, is Burks going to be, like, available more than 5 games this year? I don't know. What are we going to do? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the the most important thing is good old Rocky Top.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Lauren Reese. Hold it down up there, baby. 13 bills left. I mean, don't steal none of Laura's. Let
In all
Laura have hers.
seriousness, the plan that he said about Henry and redoing him and giving him money up front and cutting his salary down, I guarantee you is an option. But you just
Miss
have to
Amy
decide
Can't wait to do that.
on the direction with which you're going to go as a team.
So,
because at some point you got to move on from that pound the rock thing.
Yeah, you do. And I don't think this is Derrick Henry's last season with the Titans. I think this is his last season in this capacity with the Titans.
Okay.
Okay. Write that on the whiteboard.
Okay.
I think it's his last season.
Me too.
I got it.
We'll be right back. 3-10-1045 The Zone.
Do you have some debt and maybe you want to be credit card debt free in 10 days? Save as much as $1,000 a month. You need to call my friends at Loan Pronto. They have an all new Express Equity line of credit program, and it's exactly what you need. Don't have to do a full home refi. So you like your rate? Great. Get into a portion of the equity you have. Enjoy that super low monthly payment. And Loan Pronto on their Express Equity credit line helps you close in 7 to 10 days. Get this, a $50,000 loan will only cost you around $400 a month. Maybe you need a new deck like I do. Maybe you need your house painted like I do. Maybe you need to get out of credit card debt and get rid of those 24% interest fees that are killing you. Well, Loan Pronto can help you do it. Also, when you call, ask about their amazing VA loan program as well. 615-499-5780, loanpronto.com. Your phone number, 615-499-5780. Loan Pronto, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
After the show, me and Slay are going to hit you with a couple of bets, or maybe more. On the Zone TV feed. So make sure you stay tuned even after the show and get started and being prepared for us and for yourself by downloading the Superbook Sports app or visit superbook.com to wager and win today. Bring that bet energy this summer with Superbook Sports. Superbook Sports is the most trusted name in sports betting. And right now you can use the promo code THEZONE to score up to $250 with their first bet bonus. Win or lose, they will match your first bet up to $250 with the promo code THEZONE. Simply visit superbook.com for terms and conditions or download the Superbook Tennessee app in the app stores. Enter the promo code THEZONE and you will get $250 courtesy of Superbook Sports. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. Executive producer of 3HL when things are good, Joe Hunk.
Yeah, I'm just a guy in the room when things are going bad. It's not my fault.
Let me tell you,
Good accountability in there, Hunk.
we get some accountability like once a month, and I'll go ahead and say, Hunk, things are really good right now.
It's really good. Things are great.
So
We're
congratulations.
having fun. Slay's looking good right there with that big whiteboard directly in front of the camera.
Slay finally erased the 2022 whiteboard. And now he's going on and putting things down in marker for 2023. I think the first thing we have there is Don and I both said that Derrick Henry's last season as a Titan this year. So enjoy it, because I will.
Yep.
And Slay said
no.
Slay said nope.
Hunk said
not so fast, my friend. Right?
That's right.
We can't hear you behind that board.
You know how some mics have a mic screen in front of them?
Yeah.
That was his gigantic mic screen.
Hunk, what did you say?
Yeah, no, I think it's his last year.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Slay's on an island.
I will
Martha.
say that it will not be his last day, but I do believe that it'll be his last year, because I do think he'll go somewhere else and then he'll eventually sign a one-day contract and retire a Titan.
I agree with all of that.
I don't think this is the last year as a Titan.
I know.
I'm the only one
Did
so
you
far.
put that on the board? Put it on the board.
He put it in Titan blue, too.
You can put it on the board, yes!
Good job.
I need to know what Savage and everybody else think, too.
All right.
So I got them on there. I know I'm not the only person that thinks this.
Oh, no. I bet most Titans fans don't think that. Because here's the thing. Like, you develop a romanticized view of your favorite players and athletes and things like that, and you don't want to see them go to another team.
Oh, yeah, no, trust me, my Madden game does not want him to go play for another team.
Did anybody see Eddie George going to the Cowboys?
No.
Ew.
Anybody see CJ leaving?
Javon Curse?
Blaine Bishop?
No.
I mean, Steve McNair?
No.
I definitely didn't see McNair.
Derek
No.
Mason? I mean, it happens, y'all.
It does happen. But
this year, I ain't saying he ain't never leaving. It ain't this year.
well, here's the other thing. He's still productive.
Exactly.
He's still really productive.
That man go out there and run for 1,700.
Listen.
You think he will?
I think he'll run for 15.
I'd put that as the ceiling. 1,250, over under 1,300.
What did he hit last year? 12?
13 something, I think.
1340, 1360, something like that.
Behind the land.
This is what I was going to say.
Line.
That might have
Behind your
been,
mom and Unk down the street on the line.
That might have been his most impressive year last year. Honestly.
Seriously.
Given
With
what I mean,
he had to
Daly's
work with?
blocking on the left side.
Oof.
Dude, there's
That
one or
man got a 2-year contract.
there was
Y'all, I
one or
can't
two
even.
guys running clean through there at all times.
That just shows you how desperate teams are for offensive linemen.
Mm-hmm.
Dudes in the trenches, man.
I just.
All right, so 1,500 over under then for Derrick Henry this year.
I would
like
say,
that.
I would say 1,300 over under.
Okay.
1,300.
Hunk, why don't you put a little
1,300.
poll question out there? Should it be 1,250 or 1,300?
1,300. What do you think?
Because 1,250, I'd go over. 1,300, I'm having to think about it. So, yeah, 1,300.
Okay.
615-737-1045 at 3HL 1045. Remember Lance in Gallatin that called?
Dang, he did have 1,500 last year.
He had 15 last year?
Yeah, no, 1,500 is totally doable.
I'm trying to tell y'all, man, this man been run wild, man.
Yeah, he did.
And the man was going to break
Why did
records
we
in
think it was
2021 if he ain't got
All
injured.
right. All right, change. Have you already put the poll question out there?
I am writing it as we speak.
Okay, change it. Change the over-under to 1,350 based on this new old information.
1,350. 1,350 and a half.
Oh, I don't know. I was going to say 1,500. Change it to 1,500.
That's-
All right, I'm going
I'm-
over.
yeah.
then. I'm going over. Dude, you got, if Skoronski is what we think he is, you've got
Yeah, I think he is what
Dillard
we
in
think
there.
he is.
Listen, that is a completely different offensive line.
So
Even if they're bad, they're so much better. And look what he was able to do last year.
Cosell talked about, we went through the new offensive line, and Cosell loves Skoronski, says he's going to be left guard. He said,
Really? See,
yeah.
so I'm dying on the left tackle hill.
He said,
you think I need to get off it.
He said Dillard's only played left tackle in his life, and you don't bring him in and pay him $30 million and 13 guaranteed to not be your left tackle.
Well,
but he
I
likes
understand
him.
that.
He likes him.
He likes Dillard.
Yes, he does
I
not like
understand that.
Brunskill.
Oh, okay.
And he likes Petit Frere, and Aaron Brewer's,
Aaron Brewer.
Yeah.
Move him to center, and he's
Yeah.
less of a liability. Sorry. It sounds bad, but it's all because of his size. It's not because of his toughness.
that dude's got dog in him.
Yeah,
for
he's
sure.
a dog. It's just
And
hard.
we had him on the show. I love him. Like, he's competitive as crap. That's why he's in the league.
Heck yeah.
You know?
You over?
Seriously,
And starting.
that guy starting at his size,
Slade's going back to it.
I'm over.
Yeah, got you.
Wait. Go 13.50 and a half.
Dang it, I just hit the send
Mayor.
button.
Okay,
Mayor.
That's fine.
Come on.
13.50, I'm under.
You're under.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
I think they're going to use Spears.
Do you
A
think
lot
that
more than you think they will.
Do you think they're going to change
I think Henry's carries are coming
what
down.
they are doing offensively?
Yep. I think
That
Henry's
is
carries are
where
coming
the
down.
under will come into play.
Yep.
Yep.
And if that's the case, which it likely it could be, you ain't got to worry about him coming back next year. This will
Was
be his
that
last
not
year.
the quietest
Right.
1,500 yards last year?
You understand what I'm saying?
Right?
That's what I'm saying.
Nine? Oof.
And guess what? Everybody keeps harping on the wide receivers. So if you got Derrick Henry, why would you be trying to force feed these wide receivers and change your game now?
I think
Well,
Spears
you
is going
don't
to have
have
carries.
any wide receivers.
Okay. You say what?
Derrick Henry had 349 carries last year. Cut him down to definitely less than 300.
If you get him at
Probably like 250.
285, he's still going over 1350 with a line intact.
So what is that? That averages 20 carries a game, right?
Last year,
What did you say?
he averaged
285?
Yep, 285
21
carries.
carries a game.
For
Last year,
1350?
Derrick Henry averaged 96 yards rushing per game because he only played in 16 of the 17
Oh, he
games.
only played
That
in
would be
16.
4.7 yards per carry, which would be his highest total since 2020.
Let's get it.
Man, Slay
Let's
is
go
all
get it.
in on the king.
Man, dude, he got something to prove, man. Y'all think y'all finna get rid of me?
How the heck does Derrick Henry have
Because
anything
they
to
just
prove?
went and drafted a guy that,
For the second year in a row.
yeah, and they're okay with putting the ball in his hands. In Levis, in Tajay Spears. Like, there's some competition back there. So, guess what? I got a point to prove to y'all. And I'm going to show you. That man ain't out there running heels to just come in and get
I'm not saying
200 carries.
I'm not saying it's going to be his fault. I just think the framework of this offense is going to start to change.
Do you think he's a Hall of Famer?
Let me tell you what I'm doing.
Yes, I think he's a Hall of Famer, and I'll tell you why. I think you have to give a caveat to him on yardage, whatever his career total in yardage will end up being, because that man dominated the game at his position for his entire career. After DeMarco Murray,
Do you think
he was the
Eddie George
dominant
should be a Hall
player.
of Famer?
See, I do, but that could be because I love Eddie and
Right.
the whole romanticized the player, but also your friend. And I mean, I'll just be
Right.
honest on that.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
If
Yeah.
they would have won that Super Bowl, though, you'd make a definite case for Mac and for Eddie.
I agree.
That's what
Definitely for
sucks.
Eddie.
Yeah.
They would have won that Super Bowl. I think Eddie's in.
Let me tell y'all this. Speaking of King Henry,
Yeah.
y'all saw the looks on his face last year when they panned by him on the sideline, when he was sitting on the sideline and he felt like he should have been in the game. Let that happen again this year. We ain't going to have to worry past the 4-game mark what's going on mid-season by changing quarterbacks or nothing. That's a conversation I had with Vrabel. First Tim Kelly, then I'm going to Coach Vrabel. Hey, man, we need to have a conversation. I'm not doing this 15. What? So how many carries would he have to get a game, Euro, in order to get, well, you said 250. 250 carries out of 17. What's 250 and 17? Let's look. Let me go on. You know what I mean? Everybody.
14.7 carries.
Yep,
So
and
say
that's-
15 carries.
That's under 15.
So
That's where I think he's headed.
So yeah. So
That's where I think he's headed. 15 carries a game.
So the monster of King Henry. Hey man, listen. You just had 10 carries in the first quarter. King, I know we rolling. We got to set you down for a second, brother. You only got 5 left for the entire game. What you want to do? You want to burn them out now in the first half?
It's not going to be like that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I think Spears is going to be heavily involved in this game plan.
That's cool. He ain't going under 20, yo.
All right, let me throw this in here because this isn't getting talked about. Last year, Derrick Henry had 398 yards receiving, which was the most he had in his career so far to date.
Okay.
That means as overall, he was over 2,000 yards of total offense last year for the Titans. How much does the receiving yards come into this?
Yes. Thank you, Hunk, because this is what I was going to say before you said that. The wild card in all of this, Tim Kelly.
Yeah, without question.
And it's changing.
And it is changing.
You heard QB1 talk about it.
And Derrick Henry, the last 2 years, has done nothing in camp but work on his hands.
Okay, now let me tell y'all this. Who's the easier conversation to have with? Tannehill coming in there, having a conversation if I'm Tim Kelly, or Derrick Henry? I have a conversation with Tannehill all day. Hey, man, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get that ball to King Henry. The man is rolling. We rolling.
These guys in the NFL aren't worried about that. They're going to do what they think they have to do to win.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. I ain't worried about it.
But Slay's saying that's what you do to win.
I ain't worried about it. Well,
I just think they told you a lot by the way they drafted.
And I'm cool with that. You know where the next call comes? Hey, Rand. Yeah, man, I hate to bother you right now, man. I mean, we ain't seeing eye to eye down here. Nah, nope. Yeah, I'll be up in the office in a minute. That's King Henry talking to Rand Carthon.
He would never.
I feel you.
I'm telling you, that dude is a different cat.
That man ain't.
He would.
Have you seen? I agree with you, Babsy. Tell me the last time, and you've been watching him since he came in with the Titans. When was the last time you saw emotion out of King Henry on the sideline?
Last year when they didn't put him in.
Okay. All I'm saying.
But part of that,
because you're unhappy, I got to put you in?
No, because of what I can do. If you put me in, I believe in myself. I done brought you here. You was coach of the year with this. I just didn't have. I had a garbage line last year, man. What you want me to do?
And let's be honest, a garbage play caller.
Right. Part of me though is concerned about running backs just don't gradually decline; they fall off the face of the earth. So I guess part of me is.
Do you think he's there?
No, but I think you could extend his career by changing what you do. I think you could extend Derrick Henry's career by limiting his carries from 22 last year to maybe 16, 17 this year.
He said he's not that kind of back.
I know. I'm just saying.
Okay, if that's the case, I'm cool with that too. Guess what? Then I'm going to have a conversation with him. Hey, King, man, let's redo this contract. You know what I mean? This ain't going to be your last year with the Titans. Let's do it this way. Are you cool with that?
What if they're thinking, look, we're going to let this contract play out and then we're going to move on? What if they're thinking that? They could be, man. That's a hard freaking business.
I feel you. That's why I'm asking. All right, man. Okay, so he just play out his contract and he's just a free agent.
Yeah.
That's a little different.
Well, you still also have franchise tags. And right now, the franchise tag may be lower than what he's making.
If you're willing to let that contract run out,
you can't. Yeah,
you're not bringing him back.
I don't think so, too. What kind of number is this?
Is it Bingham to New York?
Plus 92533.
Oh, that's a different country.
Yeah,
that's King Henry.
See, you know what I mean? Calling from a different planet.
He's using his superpower. His superhero power.
Did y'all see how I just looked at that? That's what Rand gonna be looking like. Oh, who is this? No, I ain't answering this. Hey man, get somebody else on the line.
More 3HL
I
next.
think part of the pissed off Henry was, how in the heck you gonna call these plays where they know I'm getting the ball with this crap line? Come on,
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, that part.
Get out.
Hopefully that part.
I'm with you on that too.
Swab Zombie wants to talk about Derrick Henry. There is room for you if you want in. 615-737-1045.
Maybe you have been tempted to use your phone's hotspot for home Wi-Fi instead of real home internet from Xfinity. Oh, yeah. What could go wrong with that? You're in the middle of a work Zoom call. Picture freezes. Sorry, bad service. You've got friends over. You're watching, I don't know, you're watching golf maybe on an app that you've got to stream. And we did that today. And it worked great. Thank goodness, because you know what? We have Xfinity and we have real home internet, and we don't have to worry about it. You can be the same. Fast, reliable internet on the Xfinity 10G network. Everybody can be online, even during peak hours. Now through June 21st, new customers get 75 megabit Xfinity internet, one line of unlimited intro for just $50 a month for 12 months. And there's no annual contract. Go to Xfinity.com/10G. You can call 1-800-XFINITY today, or just swing on into a store this weekend and talk to them and say hi. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment taxes, fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet service. Reduced mobile speeds after 20 gigabytes of data usage. Data thresholds may vary.
What's happening, people? Ron Slay here. Yes, Slim Slay to some, Big Slay to others, and still Big Slay. But at the same time, I'm Slim Big Slay. So Slim Big. Awaken 180, man. That's how I got there. You can dive into it. You're going to get support every week. You got a long-term solution for weight loss. Now, when you're looking at it, losing weight can naturally increase testosterone, lower blood pressure, and cholesterol, help with type 2 diabetes, eliminate need for a CPAP machine, everything, man. There's so much stuff going on. You just got to get on it, man. Invest in your health. Invest in your wealth. All of it's a part of it. It goes hand in hand. You can do the exact same thing. When you walk past that mirror, you don't want to see the Hitchcock poking out. Well, guess what? Get on the Awaken 180 weight loss. That's what I did. I'm telling you, I got tired of looking at the Hitchcock. I got on that scale, it was 300 pounds. I said, oh, no, this ain't me. I'm not riding with this, man. You worry about the cost, don't worry about it. I'm telling you, it's way worth it. How do you plan on using your tax refund dollars, people, huh? You want to use some improvements? Well, improve yourself. Reserve your Awaken 180 at-home consultation today by calling 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800, or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
That was a jam right there. I'm at the point now, though, with T-Pain, I always think of I'm on a boat, which was a Saturday Night Live short, which is so funny.
Get off the boat, yo.
Is it bad that my son can sing this song?
No, it's really
no.
Yeah, he sings it because I call our daughter baby girl, and so he started calling her baby girl, and my wife started singing this song. So now Ollie sings the song, but instead of buy you a drink, he says, "Let me buy you some cake."
Yeah, I like that. See, versatility.
He just rolls with it.
Versatility.
Yeah, remixing.
He's like a desired Titans roster spot guy.
Versatility. Right.
He can do
That's
multiple
very true.
things.
Yeah. PGA Championship going on. Scotty Scheffler and Corey Connors tied at -6. Both still on the course. Victor Hovland a couple of strokes back at 4 under. Taryn Bradley, no, that's not one guy. Taryn and Bradley, 3 under, 3 strokes off the lead. Who's in last place? I always got to know. By the way, the projected cut is +5.
Who's the Mr. Irrelevant of the PGA Championship?
Me.
The projected cut is +5, and Phil Mickelson at +5. So there you go. I like that. All right, last. Who's last? I'm scrolling. Ooh, this is good. Chris Sanger, +25. He shot an 81 today and 84 yesterday. Shawn Michael, +23. I think it's really McKeel, but I like it better
Heartbreak
as Shawn.
Kid?
Yeah, as Shawn Michael. Congratulations, Shawn Michael. And Brett Michaels. George Michael.
Yeah, he was there yesterday.
Yeah. Cameron Young, by the way, the 15th ranked golfer in the world, incurred a 2-stroke penalty on the par 4 16. You know what he did?
What? Hit in a tree.
No, he got his ball close to the hole. So he went up to mark it, but he was in the putting line of
somebody else.
his other players. So he used a club length, spotted it, marked it, picked up his ball. Players finished. He put his ball back down, but didn't use the club length again. So he hit it from the wrong spot.
From the first spot.
So he lost 2 strokes, and at that point, it put him behind the cut, and he's not close. But
it's fried.
Pro golfers, man.
Let him get fried. Somebody bring him a drink.
By the way, check out a live production of The Install with Buck Rising and Greg Cosell from NFL Films, breaking down what the film shows of all the Titans draft picks. You can be there with a bunch of Titans fans tomorrow. The Analog, a really cool bar in the Hutton Hotel. Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. Tickets, 1045thezone.com.
Presented by your mom and them.
Presented by somebody. I don't know who.
Mom and them.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Well, your mom and them just taking over.
Yeah, that's a liner.
Oh, it was a liner? It was a liner I wrote, so I guess I didn't count it as a liner.
It counts. Perfect timing, too.
You're right, though. It does. Somebody mentioned Vols baseball earlier. I think that was Reese and Laura up in South Central Kentucky. Vols at South Carolina, 1 game. They were supposed to play 2 today. It's going to be 1 game tonight at 7. No, 6, sorry. Tonight at 6, right, huh?
Yes, immediately following 3HO. You can hear it here.
6 out of time.
Yes, doubleheader Saturday, 7 innings apiece. And it's a pretty big series.
Yeah, because right now Auburn has a half-game lead on Tennessee for the 7th spot in the SEC, and just because Auburn has played and Tennessee hasn't. So right now Auburn, going into this weekend, we're tied for the 7 and 8 seeds for the SEC tournament next week.
Right, and Tennessee's thinking beyond that. Tennessee's trying to host a regional.
They got to go win the tournament to host the regional?
I think they have to win the next 2, right?
Yeah, it's more about the regular season than it is the SEC tournament. Like Vanderbilt right now could be one of the top 2 teams in the tournament next week, but because they lost to Arkansas yesterday, they could also drop all the way down to Tennessee, potentially passing.
Gosh, they got swept at Florida, lost to Arkansas. They need to – man, baseball's funny. 615-737-1045, talking about Derrick Henry. There's some disagreement in the room. Will this be Derrick Henry's last year as a Titan? Don and I say yes. Slay says no.
Mm-hmm.
What say you? Swab Zombie next up on 3HL. Zombie!
Hey, what's going on?
Yo.
What up, Zombie?
I'm going to go ahead and apologize. I haven't been drinking, so just a long work week. Yeah.
Won't you get on here making sense?
Happy Friday to you.
So Cosell makes that statement about Henry, and I hear your statements, and we're cool, Slay. Dawn, I'm not surprised, and Mayor, I'm disappointed.
Why are you disappointed? I'm just looking at this from a business perspective, man. I love Derrick Henry.
Wait, and why are you not surprised? Am I a jerk?
But we can recognize we have a Hall of Fame running back.
Well, that doesn't mean you run it into the ground. Like if you have a car and you get to 200,000 miles, you just run it into the ground, or do you go get something more reliable?
I mean, if it's paid off, you do.
No, you do what I do.
Well,
You
it's not
wreck it
paid
and
off.
get another one.
It's not paid off. It's $10.5 million.
That's true.
Has there been a more efficient running back? I mean, that's what I'm trying to understand. The worst thing you can do in sports as a coach, as a team, is try to make your team something it's not. If we have a successful running back like Derrick Henry, a Hall of Fame running back, if we're going to have a better line than we've had in probably 10 years, why would you change that?
Okay.
Why?
Okay. If you are in position to run this football team, are you thinking beyond Derrick Henry?
Yeah, you have
Yes,
to. You
right.
have
So
to,
what
but
does
I
that
have
look like
Derrick-
beyond Derrick Henry? Who's like that next big physical back that you can just do this same style of offense with?
If you can block, almost anybody can run the ball, but not like Derrick Henry.
Right. Derrick Henry's a unicorn. You're not going to find
So
that again.
After these years, we can start getting pieces on top of what we have, but you can't sacrifice.
I think they're already doing that.
winning. Well, you can't. You can't do that. And Henry's going to have a 2,000-yard rushing season
Whoa!
with this line.
You hear that, Slay? You hear that, Slay?
He's going 2K.
Listen, Zombie
He's
just
going
won
King
up you.
Henry 2K.
Listen, we're sitting at the poker
Put it on the
table.
whiteboard.
He just won up you, dude.
He's like, are you paying attention to me? No, let me throw this out.
Swap City. I
His
like it.
carries are not going to go down. You want to know why? Because we have a better offense, which means the drives are going to be longer. And when we run the ball, that means we possess the ball. So guess what you do to possess the ball when you have the lead?
Run the
You
ball.
run the ball. You run the ball. So his stats are not going to change as far as his carries because we are going to be better as an offense, which means our drives are extended and we're going to possess the ball, have the lead. We're going to run the ball, which probably means those people that everybody thinks is going to take over that have never played an NFL snap in their life might get a chance to be the future. That's what I got, guys.
Thank you, Zombie. Appreciate you.
Zombie.
Even when we disagree. I love you.
I like it, Zombie.
We all
Why
agreed
is he
on
so confident the offense is going to be good?
I don't know. But if we all agreed on everything, it'd be a boring world, right?
Oh, I agree.
It is funny. We'll be right back. Babs just low-key bringing it today, man. Are you on medication? Yes, she said yes. Buddy Allen Carpet One, your Florida experts right here. Locally owned and operated by the Allen family for more than 55 years. Zach, Jenna, and Judson Allen are in the store every day. Free in-home measures is what you'll get. You'll also get free estimates. And you've got the beautiful guarantee at Buddy Allen Carpet One. They know how important it is to feel confident in your flooring selection. You want to know what it's going to look like exactly the way it's going to look like once it's installed in your home. That's why they offer the unmatched peace of mind with their one-of-a-kind guarantee. If you're not happy, they'll replace it for free. That's what they call the beautiful guarantee. 2405 Lebanon Pike and Donaldson, the state-of-the-art showroom, 615-883-3289. BuddyAllenCarpet1.com.
Good evening from the Superbook.com sports desk. I'm Joe Hunk. Tonight, you can watch Vanderbilt in Arkansas go at it for game 2 of their series on the SEC network beginning at 7 p.m. You can also go to Hawkins, but if you can't make it there, you can watch it on the network. Now, as far as Tennessee and South Carolina is concerned, it was supposed to be a doubleheader today. They swapped that to tomorrow. Now, tonight, 6 p.m., number 18, Tennessee, number 13, South Carolina. First pitch you'll be able to hear right here on 104.5 The Zone. And he was a 3-time MVP. He helped win the 1964 NFL championship, 9 Pro Bowls, 8 first-team All-Pros. He was a member of the 1971 Class Hall of Fame for the NFL, and he's a member of the 100 all-time team. And Jim Brown has passed away. We found that out just a few hours ago. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brett Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Big concert over at Nissan Stadium. Greg Cosell's going. I'm going. Billy Joel. Stevie Nicks. What?
When did you decide you're going?
This morning.
You're all out here in these streets.
Yeah, he's just
I mean, I think it'll be fun.
living his best life.
He's going to Broadway afterward, may sing some karaoke. I mean, him and Cosell going to have some
With
fun.
Cosell?
That is definitely not true.
Definitely
No,
gotta go with
Cosell was hitting Broadway during the day today because he doesn't want to do it at night.
Well, I hate to tell him, the day is just as bad. I just
told
walked
him.
outside
We
on the
told him.
lanai, and there was about 7 bachelorettes, all in pink matching shirts and cowboy hats and cowboy boots, just
Ready.
swaggering down the street.
They are ready.
Yeah.
She's Dawn Davenport.
Hi.
She's ready. She's back.
Back, baby.
Welcome back, Babsy.
I mean, I don't sound back. I kind of sound like a dude, but
You're a dude.
sound like
He's
But
a
I'm
dude.
here.
She's a dude. We're all dudes. Hey.
Sometimes you kind of act like a dude.
yeah. That's okay.
It is okay.
Yeah.
Because she's the angry Chihuahua.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know. I knew you a long time before you decided to come work here. And then
I know.
And
See,
I
I do a
never-
good job. Well,
I never saw that side of you. And then, so I was always super impressed with you because my first memory of you was walking around Titans facility and you would have your camera and your production crap and your mic and all that stuff, and you'd be carrying it all by yourself. And I was super impressed. I was like, this lady hustles.
yes.
She's a hustler.
I don't ever want to carry a camera again.
Which is
I'm
why
done.
you got into radio. And so then I start working with you, and then Corey Curtis calls me, and he's like, how's everything going? I'm like, good. How's the angry Chihuahua? I'm like, who?
You'll see.
And I did.
Just wait.
And I did.
See, I've done it. I did a great job of hiding that side of me until I joined you guys on this radio
That
show.
is definitely true. But we
Now
love-
there's no
we-
hiding it.
Listen, we love all facets of you, and we love all facets of this guy, Ron Slay.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Hey, I'm in the building. I'm in the
Good job,
building.
Hunk.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
Thank you, Hunk.
I'm in the building.
There
I'm
she
in
goes.
the building.
That's what I would have, like tubas following me around.
Tubas?
Making that noise. Yep, tubas.
Oh
like
my God.
like a like a wake in New Orleans.
No,
That second
no,
line.
Well,
they
we just
don't
went
call it
morbid.
a wake.
Yeah, that was
it's
gonna be
a
a second line. Yeah.
Mayor.
Not the
Oh,
wake.
second line.
Yeah, not the wake.
Oh, it's
Like
after
what?
weddings and celebrations. It's not.
No, after
It's
funerals.
not your dead.
No, funerals, they do it.
I know, but a wake is where you go see the dead.
Right. With a bunch of tubas behind you.
Right.
Search it.
No.
It's there.
No.
They've got trumpets
It's
and
called second
trombones
line.
and everything.
It's the second line. Hey, by the way, my
Second
stepson
line.
has decided he's going to play the tuba.
Hey, there we go. I was
terrible
around.
idea.
I
The
was a
tuba
baritone
is
guy.
bigger than him.
I
So it is.
know.
That's what make it great.
What? No, that makes it terrible. Do you know how hard it is to transport a tuba?
Yes, because I had to
Did
do a
you play the
baritone.
tuba?
I played the baritone.
Which is a smaller version of a tuba.
Yeah. I used to hate carrying that.
Here's
I used
the
to
thing,
carry
though.
that by like a mile and a half.
I'm like singing the choir.
Thatch can bring the tuba home, and he has an extra hiding space for hide and go seek.
Inside the tuba.
Not in the tuba, but in the case.
I was talking about in the tuba.
Oh, yeah.
Climbing the tuba.
Oh, man. The direction today. 6-1. We've been pretty serious today.
It's a serious day.
615-737-1045. Is it really? Friday is serious?
I guess so.
Always.
We'll get back to the phones in just a second. Bubba and Dixon has a message for Slay, and he called yesterday while Greg Cosell was on. I told Hunk to tell him to call back because I didn't want him just to sit there for an hour. But we'll do that in just a second. Pittsburgh Steelers signed quarterback Mitch Trubisky through 2025. It's a new 3-year deal. Trubisky was the number 2 overall pick in 2017. The Steelers now have Kenny Pickett, Mitch Trubisky under contract through 2025. Mason Rudolph is also on the roster with 1 year left. Trubisky, 55 starts in the NFL. Did y'all know that? 31-24 is his record. 64.2% completion percentage, 68 touchdowns, 43 interceptions. So then I started looking at other quarterbacks. Kenny Pickett was 7-5 last year. 7 touchdowns, 9 interceptions.
They like him, though, in Pittsburgh.
They do
don't
like
they?
him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just talking to Slay about that. I don't know about him. Nah. You like him.
I like him.
You saw him in college.
I said the same thing.
His passer rating last year was 76.7, which was 33rd in the NFL. But rookie season and all those things.
And them behind the patchwork offensive line as well.
Right. So is that what you're looking at if you throw Levis to the Wolves right now?
Hey,
Number 33 in the NFL.
You throw
passer rating.
Levis to the Wolves right now, he becomes what he was his senior year in college, and that was
hurt
Nathaniel.
If y'all want to, you want to see him, see him come out of his costume.
Could he get out of it?
Yeah, he most definitely could.
Okay.
Yeah, but don't put him in there.
He does need a year, right? Like it's a perfect setup.
I mean, he's a less of a development project than.
No, I think if you have to throw him out there because of injury to Tannehill, then you'll go roll with it and he'll learn and all those things,
right.
and that'll be good moving forward, big picture. But it's a beautiful situation in that Tannehill you do have one more year with him.
Yeah.
You know?
And I to the point, I think you put him out there, then the reason he becomes a Nathaniel is because of the weapons around him. Like, you don't know what this offensive line is yet. Like, it's going to take some weeks, man, for them to form that chemistry that you need. You know what I'm saying? You need a vet back there, man, in that.
By the way, I started looking at Steeler quarterbacks for some reason because I'm just
weird.
I'm just weird this way. Like, I just love doing the research and stuff. But that made me revisit Ryan Tannehill. To Babs' point, one of Babs' things that she gets on the soapbox about is a lot of y'all like dissing on Ryan Tannehill and just dogging him and all this. So I wanted to revisit. And remember, I said I always come back with that last half of that first year where he started for the Titans where they benched Mariota, and then the next year he was actually number 2 in the NFL in passer rating for that bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where he had time to throw. That's where he had some relatively good weapons with A.J. Brown and Corey Davis.
Yep.
So I went back and looked. When he had the protection, he had the weapons. In 2021, Ryan Tannehill, 70.3% completion percentage. No, this is 2019. 2019, 70.3%. 70.3% completion percentage. That was number 3 in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
In 2019, 117.5 was his quarterback rating. That was number 1 in the NFL. Y'all throwing all these Hall of Famers out. They were still playing.
Pro Bowler, yeah.
And Tannehill was number 1 in the NFL in passer rating, 117.5. 22 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's go to the next year, full season for him. 66% completion percentage, almost 4,000 yards passing. The last 4,000 yard passer for this organization, Hunk told you the other day, Warren Moon in 1991. He had a passer rating of 106.5, which was number 5 in the NFL. So back-to-back seasons, top 5 passer rating. Touchdowns to interception, 33-7. So in those 2 years, he had 55 touchdowns and 13 picks. He also had 11 rushing touchdowns.
Then he had
Tana haters. Where are you?
Right. And didn't he have a running back running for 2,000 yards on that team?
Yes.
So is your argument for Tannehill
and he had
that
A.J. Brown?
is your argument for Tannehill that he has regressed as he has gotten older, or can you just conceive of the thought that if protected and if they find some weapons, Chig, Traylon Burks, maybe Kyle Phillips turns it. Greg Cosell,
Derrick Henry.
Greg Cosell, Spears, add him into the mix.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Greg Cosell sat in here yesterday and said he thinks Kyle Phillips is Cooper Kupp.
Really?
Yep.
Dang, I missed that because I'd have been like, Cosell, are you okay?
This was
Are you here?
coming out of
This is the
UCLA.
same person.
He said coming out of UCLA, this is the comparison.
Yeah,
I mean, coming out of camp, it was
it was
everybody
no
was
question.
all in. That is, and then he just disappeared, and the injury was
The injury crushed him.
crushed him,
615.
and we never talked about him again.
Nope.
Yep. 615-737-1045 at 3HL1045. Bubba and Dixon. Bubba, what's up?
Bye-bye.
Ah, yes. The boom, boom room.
What up, Bubba?
What up, Bubba?
Ronald, what? Man, y'all know what today is, don't you?
Fried today.
Yeah, Friday. Yeah, but guess what? Yesterday was May 18th, and I remember that day because the day after my birthday, which utilizes the fact that VFY is done for.
It's over.
That is.
So do you want a new contract? Did we win you over?
Vol for the
He was Vol for
year.
a year. Sure was.
Vol for the year was what he was talking
Yep.
about.
I forgot.
He lost a bet. Bubba, an Alabama fan, had to be a Tennessee fan for a year.
He
And
rode with me on the strike.
And to be fair, like Bubba would show up at live broadcasts wearing Tennessee gear.
Yep. Oh, he was true to it.
I bought into everything. So it technically is a call for Ron, but I had his back. So I was basically betting for him.
Mm-hmm.
So Joe Hunk.
No, I'm not agreeing to crap. What are we doing?
All I was going to say is I just want you to know that I paid my bet in full.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I am in the boom boom room. You know when you release the gates?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Let
know,
him out.
that's where I'm at. If you think I can be let out, you know, it's up to you, man.
Listen. No, you Hunk, you can let him out. You can let him out the boom boom room. He did make it all the way through a full year. Bubba, I respect that. I just need to know before you get let out of the boom boom room. No, one, you came in and man, that seemed like it was one hell of a year for you in all sports. So that was the perfect time to jump on. Second thing is, are you trying to get your contract extended? Or are you cool? You going back to Alabama?
Man, I'm opting into the transfer portal.
That is so dumb.
I appreciate everything. I tell you what, I got to witness the best sporting event in my life. Heck, Tennessee softball still doing work down there. Tennessee baseball, they sweep. I dove in. If I'm going to dive in, I'm going to dive in. But you know what? Now I get to go back and see the problem childs of we don't know who a quarterback is. We got a new offensive coordinator. I like a challenge. I like a challenger.
You have a baseball coach that's gambling on the games.
Right.
You had basketball players that did their thing.
I mean, it's just a Shiano show there.
What had happened was he might have said something to somebody that was a cousin of a friend, and they got caught on tape. So it is what it is, okay? So I will say this, and I will leave you this,
Such
Ronald.
a typical Alabama comment.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Hey, everybody was very excited. Hey, I'm going to tell you something. That was a fun daggone year.
Yeah, you said 8. You said about 8 seats
things.
down from me in the when everybody stormed and beat your team in
Actually,
Neyland.
It was actually 4 seats down. I remember looking over. You burned me with your cigar. But anyway,
It's cool.
But
Fried.
I will say this. Roll Tide. I'm sorry, Ronald. I will never.
Hurry up and let him out of there, Hunk. No, let's hurry up and let him out of there so we can get away from.
Well. Looks like you did good in the boom boom room.
All right, Bubba.
Yeah, leave all your merchandise that you had. Leave it on the porch.
You know what's funny though? Isn't your daughter a Tennessee
Yes,
fan
I
now?
got one.
That's
That's
right.
cool.
You got one of
Yeah.
them.
She die hard.
That's right.
But little one, she's all Roll Tide, man. Big Al.
She don't mean it.
Roll Tide.
Yeah, she's got time.
Yeah, hey, we might have to do a little Auburn bet or something. Get her, her to be an Auburn fan.
Big Slay's gonna swing her. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get her. Don't worry.
Hey, happy birthday, Bubba.
Happy birthday, Bubba.
Happy birthday, Bubba.
See ya.
Roll Tide.
Where you go? Just cuz.
A jazz funeral is a funeral procession accompanied by a brass band in the tradition of New Orleans, Louisiana. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, called a
of.
second line.
Second line.
Okay.
I think it's second line for a wedding and celebration, but it's
No,
the
it's
same
second
thing.
line for that too.
They call it
Yeah,
that.
second line. Yep.
Yeah, you were right. It's just
you're
not
right,
a
just
wake.
just wrong name. It's
No,
fine,
I think you might be right. That second line is for weddings and jazz funeral is for the funeral.
Y'all want me call?
It's all
You
the
gotta call
same
your reps.
thing, though.
Y'all finna make me call down here.
Your Cajun reps.
Hey,
We just need to know, do we have a ring or do we have a casket? Which one are we talking
I
about?
still want to know what happened with that phone number that came from overseas.
Well, if you don't take a break soon, you're all going to be in a casket.
I was trying to get to the. I was trying to get to. Okay. See ya. See ya.
Guys, for those of you with the full head of hair, congratulations. Studies show that one of the most attractive physical features is a full head of hair. Want to know the least attractive and most aging? Well, it's hair loss. No amount of car, house, or success can make up for that. That thinning, balding, as it leaves the greatest lasting physical impression. It doesn't have to be that way. Advanced Hair is finally available in Nashville with a quick one-day solution to your hair loss. Advanced Hair could help you look 10 to 20 years younger. No more expensive pills or special shampoos, just your very own natural hair guaranteed to grow for life. It's just simple. Advanced Hair has improved tens of thousands of lives, including all kind of personalities around the country. This breakthrough treatment is finally available here in Nashville. Did I mention your own hair? It begins to grow right the very next day, people. Call 629-348-HAIR for your free consultation and get $500 off. 629-348-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Hope you're having a great Friday. I almost forgot what day it was. Friday. Babsy is back. We missed you, homegirl.
We did, Babsy.
I missed y'all fools too.
See, that's why, right
Here
there.
we are.
Y'all fools.
Y'all fools.
Anybody watch the NHL last night?
Who?
NHL.
Yeah. I did because I bet. Carolina let me down again.
Florida Panthers take down the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Hurricanes. This is what I write down. Florida Panthers took down the Carolina Hurricanes game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final 3-2 in 4 overtimes.
4, man.
Playoff hockey, man.
Literally, that right there is the selling point.
It'll put you to sleep.
Hey, somebody send that line to Gary Bettman.
Playoff hockey, boy, I'm telling you.
And Davenport, the new spokesperson for the NHL.
And I just read where the NHL is about to meet with somebody about expanding back into Connecticut, and then there's Dawn.
Oh, man.
Can you clip that? Can you get that for us?
I want to hear that again. That was one of those, like,
Could you tell I was yawning?
I purposefully stayed back and didn't talk over it so we could clip it.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Yeah.
NHL.
Playoff hockey, boy.
Babsy. Welcome back, Davenport. Sorry, Sean Henry. Matthew Kachuk with the game winner.
I did not mean it.
I'm telling you, Babs, I went on down too, boy. They put me down.
4 overtimes. What time was that game over? Damn.
I don't know, man. Babs, we were knocked out. We were texting and it was over.
It was over for me when they went to overtime, tied it 2 because I knew they couldn't go over the 5.5 sleigh.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, all right, I'm done.
I know. I'm sorry, Honk. Sorry, Joe. I'll get us a new one tonight, though. I always fight to live another day. I'll wake up to live another day.
John Witherspoon line from Friday. You got to live, son.
Live to fight another day.
R.I.P. John Witherspoon. Mm-hmm. Alonzo, if Willis can't use the offensive line and wide receiver excuse, T. Hill can't either. I guess that's Tannehill. Here's the thing about Malik Willis. Dead man walking.
But where did anybody say that?
I think this is just an argument that I just saw the
Willis
name Willis.
Can't use it.
I don't know, but
I mean, but Willis can use it, but guess what? He still looked really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of it.
Willis ain't ready, man. 2 years.
I mean, the fact that
but he's not going to get that time to be ready here.
No,
it's not going to happen unless he clears waivers. If he clears waivers, they'll bring him back on the practice squad. They will.
I would doubt that, but I would be willing to see it because he got talent. Just ain't starter talent.
But it's like
Willis can use that excuse, but he still ain't ready.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
And it's not even close.
I'm with you on that, baby.
And you saw it when they had to put him out on the field.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to limit what they could do.
Cosell said
outside of a really bad offense.
He just can't see what he sees. If that makes sense. He can't figure it out.
Yeah.
Too slow.
I see what you're saying.
Too slow.
Too slow to recognize.
Yes.
And you don't unlearn that. I mean, you can't. It's
you
so
can
hard
get
to
better
learn.
on that.
You can
though.
get better on it, but you can't learn that in you can't learn that with. That's
you
what I'm
should
saying.
be learning that in college.
They're not keeping 3 quarterbacks. That's the thing. So
you're set on that. You're on that hill. They will not keep 3.
I'd be shocked. I think they'll.
So Malik it was a mistake. Cut your losses, whatever.
I don't know if I'd use the word mistake. I just know that there's a new general manager that came in here and drafted Will Levis. And so you draft a 2nd-round quarterback that you tried to trade up to get in the 1st round.
At the end of the 1st, yeah.
That tells you all you need to know. And whether Malik Willis can play, they think that Will Levis is the guy for the future, not Malik Willis.
Yep.
And Jim Wyatt sat on the show and said, I said, ballpark, how many teams carry 3 quarterbacks? He said less than 20%.
I don't think he thinks they'll keep 3.
Right. So I think.
And he brought up the point of what
we
we talk about often, which is there are so many holes and issues with this Titans team. And if you look at the last 2 years and the injury issues, you shouldn't be wasting an extra roster spot on a quarterback who you aren't confident enough in to let him go. And what do you say, Mayor? Rip it?
Let it rip. So, yeah, Malik Willis could turn into an NFL quarterback. I just don't think it's going to be here. And I think the only way he's on the roster is if they release him and he doesn't get claimed on waivers and they bring him back on the practice squad.
Agreed. And I definitely don't think he claimed no waivers. I'm going to pick him up if I'm a team just watching.
Just to take a chance on him. He was a third-round draft pick.
Yep. I'm cool with that.
And, like, he was a betting favorite to go in the first round, if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
615-737-1045. Joseph Slay is in Whites Creek. Joseph, what's up?
Oh, my gosh. Please don't be a Cobra.
No hard feelings. Even though I did play for the White Creek Cobra basketball team, Coach Leroy Wright.
That legend. That's a legend. I'll give y'all definitely props on that, without question. Him and Coach Nolner.
Yeah, but now I'm the one that called you earlier back this summer, and you still promised me a Gus burger.
Yeah, man, listen. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We're going to get them Gus burgers. I'm going to make him come out and do it. Because I'm going to get Gus to come out and cook the Gus burger.
Now, he's a legend. Now, Junior's the one that said he showed you everything you know about basketball.
Yeah, that's like my pops right there. No question.
No, I was going to get that out of the way.
I thought you meant Gus from Knoxville.
No, the real Nashville Gus.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was confused there for a second.
I totally agree. What got me on the conversation, what y'all talking about, 2,000% agree with what you guys are talking about. A week or two before the draft in the morning show on the way to work, everybody was wanting the shiny object in the room. They wanted a quarterback first. Number one, look how Tannehill got abused so bad because he had no protection. Mm-hmm. What are you going to do with a seasoned quarterback? You just put out all the yardage he put out, how great he was with the protection a couple of years ago. You put a rookie quarterback out there, and he's going to get abused and bruise his confidence. Will he ever develop? You know what I'm saying? So you got to protect that quarterback. But everybody wanted the shiny object in the room, and the caller after me wanted, well, look what happened to Cincinnati when they drafted that quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, but in today's times, I mean, most of the time when you draft a quarterback high, he's going to play. But there are cases where they do sit. You've got one in San Francisco. You've got one in Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, though, they're throwing him out there because they figure, like, I've got the value on this contract for 4 years, so I've got to see what I've got. And I can't just waste it on the bench and waste 1 year of the 4. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the thinking behind it.
We're still in a pretty good position because Tannehill 1 to 2 years
for sure.
and developed this guy and let the offensive line develop for him.
Right.
And then the jury's still out on me as well as you guys probably with Levis. I hope he does well. Nothing bad against him, but I don't want him to get thrown out there with the offensive line. And like you said the other day, 1,001, 1,002, you got to get rid of the ball. Mm-hmm. I think Slay brought that up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the game moves so fast from college to pro anyway, and you're going to throw him out there, and I don't want to see him get beat up like that. Or even the quarterback last year, he had no protection.
Yep. Okay,
so
thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yep, I agree.
I mean, I think the Titans are an anomaly in these situations, and I think that's why they were able to. Bab's having a tough time. Did she choke on water? Did you actually drink water? Oh,
you scared me.
Okay?
I thought you needed me to come pat you on the back.
You okay? Can you breathe?
Barely.
I'm good.
Babsy's a warrior, man. No, what I was saying is the Titans are set up in a way, and I think they're kind of an anomaly in that they do have the ability to let Levis sit.
Yeah.
Now, we still got to see what happens with Tannehill's contract, and these June 1st moves and all those things. I mean, listen, there have been a lot of teams that drafted quarterback high that you think, they're in a perfect position to let that guy sit, and then they get rid of the quarterback and start the rookie. Like, that happens a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think ideally they would like to go one more year with Tannehill. I think that's obvious.
Yeah.
And let Levis develop.
Yeah,
and learn.
But if Tannehill doesn't do anything, he's 16% of the cap by himself.
What? Okay.
But what would you do with that money this year? That money's going to come off the books next year.
What's the odds do y'all think of Tannehill not doing anything though?
With his contract, just say, "Hey, I'm."
No, I'm talking about to be pulled.
No. Mayor,
He's not being pulled.
those numbers again. Listen, this is all you Tana haters out there. This is what I've been saying
He's not
this
gonna get
entire time. You give Tannehill protection, he's a good quarterback.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
You know what I think? I think Tannehill's going to have a hell of a year. And everybody's going to say, who's he throwing it to? I think with a different offensive coordinator, without a predictable offense, with Derrick Henry, as Slay says, something to prove Derrick Henry, with Tajay Sharp.
Wait, I think we've all done it now.
Why do we keep
See, I told you.
Tajay
It's just so easy
Tajay
to do.
Spears.
Yeah.
Did he make that much of an impact while he was here?
Yeah, probably because I complained about him so many times that we needed more out of
Heard
him.
his name so much.
Right. Okay.
Tajay Sharp. That is funny.
Tajay Spears.
We're saying his name more now than we did when he played.
Did then, I know. With Chig, with what they've done to fix that offensive line, I think Tannehill's going to have a year. With Traylon Burks healthy, with him with his asthma under control, with the realization of what he has to do to make sure he's ready in the offseason, a healthy year.
He's running
with
better. He's
possibly
in shape.
a Kyle Phil. I think Tannehill could have a year. I know everybody. The national media has zero respect for Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry and what this offense can do. Zero.
That's the last
and
3
I get
years.
it because of the receiving core. I get it. But I think there's enough pieces there. And I think everybody underestimated the Downing debacle.
Yeah.
And for a couple of reasons.
That's the T-shirt right
That's
there.
the T-shirt. The
Downing
Downing debacle.
I survived the Downing debacle of 2022.
Exactly. And you know who needs that shirt? You know who needs to sport it every day? Ryan freaking Tannehill and Derrick Henry.
Yep.
And this is the other thing.
Go.
I just always talk. I always keep talking.
Just always
Well,
talking.
this is.
I just thought that was a good way to break.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, because you made quite a statement. Now you got another one. There's a lot of pressure on this statement.
I forgot what I was going to say.
I'm good.
Hey, what did she say about the NHL?
Oh, she just yawned. I didn't pull it yet.
Oh, Joe Hunk.
No, I had the other one you were asking me about, the one that was involved in the conversation.
Oh, Cosell about
yes.
Malik Willis. We'll play that for you next.
But
Stay
hold
tuned.
on.
Oh,
No, I just
the
want
woman
to
that
go.
always wants to break, and she won't.
Can I have an can I make an announcement?
Yes, you may.
No, I'm trying to go to break. No.
I don't care.
You're going to tell Dawn that.
Make an
All
announcement, Hunk.
right,
Thank you.
announcements presented
Bye.
by your mom and them.
Speaking of my mom, happy birthday, Babs Senior.
Happy
Buffy
birthday,
Davenport
Happy
is in the
birthday,
car
Buffy.
right now.
Buff,
And I would like to tell her, hi, baby Babs. She's with her. Hopefully, there's not music on, Disney music on right now, and she's still listening. Happy birthday, Mama. I love you. You're the best. I'm so lucky.
Buff, 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 buff. Hey, man. Happy birthday, Buff.
Happy birthday, Mama
Yeah, it
Babs.
never stops. It never stops. Hey, and something else that never stops is this heat that's going to be ticking up. Don't be fooled by this cool temperature. You get outside, you're like, oh, man, feels good out here. Tomorrow, it could be hot. And it's going to get hot. That's why you got to have Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, Babs, to make sure your HVAC needs are taken care of.
That's right. In Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, family-owned and operated company. They mean it because Kevin opened the doors back in 2011, raising his family, and now his daughters are involved. They help run the office. His son and his son-in-law runs all the on-site technicians. There's always a family member one call away, and this is why that's important. They're known for their outstanding customer service because it's not a company reputation that they hide behind.
Yep.
It's because it's their family's
Exactly.
reputation. And so they care about their employees and they want you to be a part of the family.
That's right. So you tired of going to job sites, just hunting for jobs and all the tools and supplies you need? Spring Hill also provides with a fully stocked company van. You hear me? Just get there, get the work done. It's going to be taken care of. It's springhillac.com, people. What you got to do, Babsy?
Call him.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. Producer Joe Hunt.
Sup?
Throwing down this Friday. The Nugs, man, 2-0.
Sup, Hunt?
Babs looked right at Slay, said, series over. Earlier. Slay said, if you're trying to get to me, you did. Lakers actually led 79-76 going into the fourth quarter. Denver, a 23-8 run to take a 13-point lead. Jamal Murray, 37 points, 23 of them in the fourth quarter. He missed a free throw, too. He could have had 24.
Yeah, he did.
He did. Mm-hmm. LeBron and AD combined 13 of 34, 1 of 9 from 3. Jokic, a pedestrian, 23 points, 17 boards, and 12 assists.
Yeah. He didn't have to do much once a guy scores 20 points in the fourth quarter.
Here, man.
One guy. Like, you just take the ball and go, bro. We all right.
I'll be over here if you need me.
Yeah. Holler at me.
Check out a live production of The Install. You still have time. Buck Rising, Greg Cosell. Cosell, of course, from NFL Films, breaking down what the film shows of all the Titans draft picks. You can be there with a bunch of Titans fans tomorrow. The Analog, a really cool bar at the Hutton Hotel. Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. Tickets, 1045thezone.com. You got a liner, don't you?
No, I got some tickets to give away.
Oh, you got tickets to give away.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know why? Sweet ain't got no roof. And if you want to be involved where there's no roof, well, you need to do this. 1045 The Zone and the Nashville Sounds have teamed up for another sweet night with 3HL. That's us. And you have a chance to join us at First Horizon Park as the Sounds take on the Iowa Cubs on May 24th. You can be caller number, let me see what y'all think.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Should we say caller 32?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, that's so mean. It's
Don't
Friday.
do caller.
It's Friday.
Slay, I got a rehearsal dinner to get to, man.
Oh,
Can we
got somewhere
speed
to
this
go,
up?
huh? All right, let's go.
Oh,
Caller
poor
number
Hunk.
5 now to win 2 sweet tickets to join 3HL at the Sounds as the Sounds take on the Iowa Cubs on May 24th, people. I think that's next Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, 615-737-1045. Not caller number 72, caller number 5 right now.
All right, Hunk will get to you, and then you'll be there with us.
I wonder who the 32nd caller would be, because that equals 5.
Well, I don't know, but they're going to be pissed off now.
Why?
Because they didn't get it.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
But they won't know that they were the 32nd.
I will, while you guys are discussing, I'll let you know that we have something we're doing next week for this as well.
Oh, cool.
That is not going to involve phone calls, but you may have to record a video or two.
Oh.
That's fine.
Wait, who's
like
throwing
that.
out the first pitch that day? Is it you, Hunk?
That is totally up to you guys. I am fully available if
Joe.
you guys don't
I
want to
want
do
Hunk
it.
to do it.
With
do y'all
Joe,
want?
yeah.
You want Hunk?
I'll go
You want
catch
Hunk?
it. You want me to catch, Hunk?
No.
I mean, if I hit you,
I
mean,
wanna be a
I'm not
batter.
going to lie. I don't want you anywhere near that
No,
mound.
Slade catches. I'm the batter. I'm gonna hit.
Now put me on first. Babs, you get on second.
What am I doing?
You be shortstop.
I'm just chopped liver over
No,
here.
you get out there be shortstop.
She ain't fielding
I'll
my.
call it a strike or a ball.
Oh, you always want to be in control, be the
I
ump
know.
or something.
Okay, so Slay is the catcher. I'm the batter, and Dawn is the umpire.
Yep. There we go.
And Hunk will
That's
throw
it.
the first. Would they let us do this?
They ain't got no choice. All we got to do is say we won't go out there.
Don,
Period.
do you trust Slay to stand behind him and call balls and strikes?
You think I can't catch?
I'm just asking the question.
Man, they used to call me ATC, dog. Air traffic control. I don't miss nothing in the air. Anything in there, lobs, footballs. I led the state for 3 weeks in yards and touchdowns. You hear me?
Calm down, Al Bundy.
Man,
I'm sorry.
Alley oops and everything. I don't miss nothing.
ATC.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. That's just quite 3 weeks.
That means something. You know what I mean? Didn't nobody else do it?
Look,
Yeah.
what if you have to hold or try to catch with Booster the Rooster's glove? Have you seen that thing?
No, see, some will go through that. Give me a real. I catch it barehanded.
Listen, that video would go viral. If he pitched, I hit, you catch, she's the umpire,
That's what we got to do.
I will swing too.
That's what we got to do. Shotgun. Duck hunt.
Just think about all the receivers in the state of Tennessee, all
You
those
feel
talented wide receivers in the state of
You
Tennessee
feel
that
me?
went on to big, bad careers. And
Come on, y'all.
Slay led them all.
I ain't gonna toot my own horn if it ain't gonna make a sound. It's gonna make a
When did they
sound.
call you air traffic control?
Man, when I led the state for 3 weeks.
Is that before or after you didn't want to play anymore because you didn't like getting hit?
No,
Listen,
he got
Babs,
hit- he got
what you
hit
gotta
by-
understand saying is,
it was the Mondelli brothers.
Listen. It's Trash Talk Friday. Let me tell you this. It's one thing about it now, Baz. That's what I'm saying. I'm coming from a system where we had a guy in something like King Henry. We had an All-American running back there in the backfield, Santonio Beard. And they said, no, Santonio, we ain't getting you this ball. We got Slate split out. No, we got John Henderson. It's a 6'7" guy out there, about 270. Do we want to choose him? That 3 people going to be guarding? No. We want to go to one-on-one coverage where Slate can take it to the house. And then you know what happened, Babsy? Everybody caught on. I opened it. Listen, Babsy, it ain't no John Henderson in there if it ain't for me. Ain't no Coach Fitzgerald if it ain't for me. Ain't no Santonio if it ain't for me. I'm telling you, I opened up the floodgates.
Listen, it ain't bragging if it's
this
true.
This is a hell of a
because I'm being real today. I'm being
there
real.
Ain't no word humble. I'm
being real. I'm to my own horn. I'm be real. Listen, I opened up the floodgates for Pearl to win 2 back-to-back state championships. You hear me?
Hey, listen. Air traffic control. The pattern is full. All right?
Damn, you and the ending things today.
I'm telling you, man.
That one was like a couple minutes too quick. Here is Greg Cosell talking about Malik Willis.
I think watching Willis, you have major concerns, Brent. You know, again, I don't want to sit here after 1 year and say the guy can never, ever take another snap in the NFL. But I think the tape tells you that you have major concerns because he just doesn't see it. Even guys that struggle early in their careers, I mean, and I'm certainly not comparing him to Josh Allen, but even when Josh Allen played as a rookie and had to play as a rookie because I think Tyrod Taylor got hurt and they threw Josh out there, you know, you could tell that Josh was struggling, but you didn't come away going, oh my God, what is that guy doing? He has no idea. You know, unfortunately with Malik Willis, you know, and I always hate talking about guys like this because I so appreciate from, you know, being at NFL Films for, 40 plus years and knowing coaches and being at many training camps in my career. I always hate to talk about guys negatively in a really negative way, but you could tell he just didn't see it at all. And normally that doesn't dramatically change. You know, it's just the way guys are when everything's moving at speed. It's hard, and if you don't see it, very often it ends up that way.
You just don't
there
see
you
it.
Go.
It doesn't change dramatically.
There you go. That was a really good conversation, man.
Yeah, you can go check out the podcast from yesterday, the entire 5 o'clock hour.
We'll go see him personally tomorrow.
You can go see him personally tomorrow. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow night, y'all have fun.
Yep. Where you get your podcast, 1045thezone.com. Any luck on Don's NHL promo?
I love Babs.
We're still working on that.
Okay, we'll
right
have
on top of that road.
Right on top of
We're going to send it to Gary Bettman, and then you might hear it on the NHL Network. I don't know. Y'all have a great weekend, and we appreciate y'all. Appreciate the participation. Hit us anytime at RHL 1045. Remember, stay tuned on the Zone TV feed for the Parsley coming up.
Buddy. Right now.
Thanks to our friends at Superbook Sports. We'll be right back tomorrow. Later. I got blessed. Not tomorrow. Monday.
Thank God, no 3HL after party, but if it was, it'd be brought to you by Waken 180.
What's happening, people? Y'all made it to the end of the show. Now you get your reward, baby. Shout out to Superbook, man, making it all happen. How would you do that, Earl, if you want to get involved in the Parsley?
Well, you need to get prepared, and you need to be prepared, and you need all of those things so you can participate with Parsley and maybe a bet I throw down. Download the Superbook Sports app or visit superbook.com to wager and win today.
Okay, Earl, well, let's hit them with it. Who you rolling with today? You hit yesterday. Good baseball bet. What you riding with today?
I'm still looking.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
So you want the Parsley?
I want the Parsley.
Well, I'll give you the Parsley.
I'm
going to go on and jump out there. One, let me go on and say this. On your parlays, you can scroll down, and they have one with John Reed. I'm riding with that. I'm riding with John tonight. It's plus 1,200. But the Parsley, I'm going with Miami Heat plus 9. I do think Boston is winning this game, though. But Miami Heat plus 9, and I'm going under 215.5. That'll give you plus 260. Let's go get some money, baby. What you going with, yo?
Washington plus 1.5 against Detroit. Washington's terrible, so I don't feel great about it. But that's my one tonight.
Well, book it.